radio is intended for adults only. If you are a kid, go play in traffic or something.
It's 8 o'clock and I'm late to start the show. What are we gonna talk about? Hell, I don't even know. And if I don't make it, well, I guess it won't never get played. If you don't swing the bat, well, then you will never get laid. It's just another effing Sunday, the same as fucking Monday. Every day's the same, they're all pretty damn lame. Just another effing Sunday. Welcome to Uncle Bobby Radio. I am your DJ Uncle Bobby. Happy Sunday, which is the title of the episode I did earlier. But I got cut off, the fucking thing shut down, and so now it's just titled the date and the time, which is or the date anyway. January 6th, 2013. We're going to do all the segments, or try to get to them. I'm going to open up the Skype and all. We're going to do calls too, which probably, I just got on the computer. I got to contact Joe and Duck. I was having a conversation with them earlier and said I'd, hang out with them when I get back online. Things, I had plans, and I don't know. People came over. My buddy came over, Big Mike, which is supposed to be hollering at him a little bit later. I don't know if he's home yet or not. We'll figure it out. We'll get on Skype. We'll call people. We'll check it out, and we'll go from there. But first, I want to try to get the top 10 list in before I put up my Skype, because I have a hard time doing the lists when everybody's on. So I want to go ahead and get one of them out of the way now. And then if we get to the rest of them, we will. If not, we won't. So that's what we're going to do right now. We are live. You want to come in the chat and chat with me, and then we'll put up the Skype and all that stuff after the top 10 is said and done and over with. So here we go.
Together, but not very well. And maybe it's not true, but can we even tell? I guess there is only him to blame for reading bad. Either way, it's time to read again. It's the top 10 countdown. The top 10 countdown.
That's right, Uncle Bobby Radio. I'm your DJ Uncle Bobby. Top 10 Countdown intro brought to you by Auntie Jugs herself. And today's Top 10 is brought to you by Top 10s with a Z.net. And we use this site a lot. Top 10 acts of dedication is today's list. Number 10, the girl who lengthened her tongue to speak Korean. Whoa. What? Learning a new language is tough, and anyone who manages to do it is someone you should congratulate. If only because them liking you decreases the likelihood of you being donkey punched by a foreign for accidentally calling their mother a cow. Rhiannon Brooksbank. Brooksbank, really? That's your name? Brooksbank Jones. While learning Korean, found that her tongue was just too short to properly enunciate some Korean words correctly. Note that she was perfectly fluent in speaking and understanding Korean to a very high level. She just wanted to pick it up a notch. She just had a very weird way of pronouncing certain words, so she wanted to get this operation, I guess. When it dawned on her that her accent could affect her being able to talk like a native Korean, she did the only logical thing. She got active surgery to have her tongue lengthened, which, yes, is a real thing. Doctors apparently meaning that Rhiannon can now talk with a native current accent just like a real Korean person. Because when you're a white female teenager, the first thing that could tip off a Korean that you were foreign is how you pronunciate words. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, come on, lady. She kind of, I don't know, she kind of, besides her white complexion, she kind of looks Korean. Besides her pale white skin and her freckles. So yeah, that's, this is a list of people who just take it a whole nother level of, have a whole nother level of dedication than most of us. Now me, on the other hand, go the whole other way and really have no dedication to something at all. When, if it gets too hard, I just move on to something else. The guy who hides in a bush every day. Interesting. David Johnson, this is number 9, obviously. David Johnson is a homeless man who earns a reported $60,000 a year. How, you ask? Why is he homeless if he earns that much? How, you ask? Well, Johnson hides behind a bush and jumps out and scares people every single day. His dedication to this endeavor has made him a local legend in San Francisco. Johnson has done his act so much that people will actually stand to watch him do it. In fact, he does it so much that he had to hire a bodyguard. Just let that soak in. There's a man out there who earns more than most families do in a year by hiding behind a bush and then leaping out and scaring people. And people stand and watch him do this. Then give him money. That man is the literal embodiment of the American dream. Because what's more American than scaring people into giving you stuff you want? Oh my God. Nothing. That's what. Oh my God, this is amazing. See, this is the kind of shit I want to talk to people about. Let's get up Skype. Let's turn our Skype on. Matter of fact, I'm so excited. Let's play Skype you. Why not, right? Why the F not? It's a good day. It's a Sunday. This isn't our normal, sometimes we do weekend shows, sometimes we don't. And I guess we do them enough to make an intro. So I like, actually, when I did the Sunday parody intro, because I just one Sunday decided to do one and made a damn parody of it, an intro song. That now I have it, so I want to do one every Sunday. So This is the Sunday special.
Just sitting at home, thinking about doing a show. So I Skype you. See, just a plain phone call. Well, that just wasn't enough. So I Skype you. If I was funny, well, I wouldn't need none of you. Well, ain't that the truth? So if you don't answer, well, I hope you get cancer. Till then, I'll just Skype you. Skype you.
That's right, it's Skype you. Now, here we go. This is why I played it. I figured somebody called me. Hey, sexy.
Are you back now, bud?
Yeah, I'm live too.
Awesome.
Yeah, fantastic, huh?
Who else is on the show?
Nobody yet. You're the first caller. Congratulations.
Cool.
I just turned my Skype on and then it got your attention with the smiley face.
Well, you messaged me.
Yeah, I messaged. That's what I just said. With the smiley face. I messaged you. I just turned my Skype on, and as soon as I did, well, I gave you a smiley face message so that you know I was on and ready to play.
So I did exactly what I was to do.
Well, yeah, you did exactly. It's because me and you are in tune with each other.
That's right.
That's right. We know what's going on. I didn't call you because I didn't know if you were in a Skype call or not. You know what I mean?
We're so tight, our periods sync up.
That's right. So it wasn't so bad, you know. Got most of the cleaning done before they came here. So you know, they came here. They were here for like an hour and then they left. You know? Yeah, like normal friends do. You know?
Did they leave a pickle or anything for you to take care of her?
Leave a what? I can't hear you. You broke it up.
Did they leave a? You got to turn your volume down a bit, bud.
All right, go ahead. Try that.
Did they leave a bicycle for you to take care of?
No, yeah, no. I got that bicycle sitting out there in my front yard from Crazy Lisa. Keith, car crash Keithy's female counterpart.
They're gonna solve mysteries.
They're gonna get together and get a van and solve mysteries together.
Drive around bicycle, solve mysteries.
Yeah, you know. And Keithy's gonna ride on the back. I'll ride on the back on bitch. Yeah, so she left her bicycle here. She was here like every fucking day knocking on the door and I would hide under the bed.
Why don't you just tell her she can't come in?
Well, then I decide to put the bike out there and she doesn't show up. She might be in jail. I don't know.
Well, at least she's warm.
Yeah, well, you know, even Fingers told me that, you know, I should, you know, would it be so bad if that did happen to her where because then they could get her the help she needs and make her take her medicine. Because it's apparent she's bipolar and she needs to take her medicine, you know. And when she doesn't take her medicine, she gets wacky and she's running around homeless.
The bitch be tripping.
Did I tell you what she did too? She came over after I just got rid of her. She caught me, bell let her in, and I was in the bathtub.
Told me.
Did I tell you what she washed her hair with?
Yeah, flea spray or something.
Flea spray. So she washes her hair with like flea spray.
But Bobby, that's what crazy people do.
I guess. Talking to Jen in the Skype chat.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. She doesn't even really know what's going on. I just kind of smiley faced her too. I just kind of jumped on. I watched it. Not only did the house get pretty well tidied up for them to come over, I was able to sit with my friends. My friend and his wife. Sit down and talk to them, and then they left,
and I was still able to watch a 2-hour movie with Belle.
Awesome.
Yeah, I watched Ice Age 3, the third or fourth one actually. But I guess I would hope that they're done now. You know, they've been,
Why?
well, because how many do you need of that?
Well, but
Oh, God damn it!
if the little children like them, they can keep making them.
Yeah, but they're children. They'll keep watching the same one. They don't need to keep making more.
The kids, Bobby, they're not fucking. That's just rude. That's rude.
Kids are idiots. They're idiots. They have no idea what's going on. Believe me, they don't know. they don't know what's going on. Well, Belle kind of was like, yeah, I've got the new one, and then she could tell that she didn't watch this one yet. So
Yeah,
she's over all the other ones.
because she don't know what she's already watched.
I'm just saying that they will watch the same movie over and over again, and I just feel with movies that they just make too many of them. You know,
It's almost like it's an industry.
that's the problem. Everything's a goddamn industry. You know, to stop at 3. You should a trilogy. You should stop at a trilogy. And the kid ones, the kids and horror ones, they just keep going. Kid shows and kid movies and horror movies, they keep going and going and going until you're just disgusted with it. Of course, I keep watching them, so you know.
Yeah.
I just paid $4.99 to watch it, and I'm sitting here bitching about it.
I wonder why they keep making them.
Yeah. I just spent fucking $5 on it. It was good. It was decent. It was decent enough. I'm into Crackle now. I'm watching. I'm gonna get that on my computer too tonight. Crackle.com. I got it. Huh? What, y'all?
I didn't say anything.
I'll get Crackle.com on my computer. I want to check that out. You can get it on the PlayStation. And what I liked about it was a lot of things on the PlayStation you got to go back. You got to get when you download it. Now you downloaded this thing on your fucking PlayStation, and you still got to go and make it a goddamn account on the computer. And I hate that. And I usually never do it. So now I'm going to do it just because I'm happy that I was able to. I watched like 2 movies last night. And all I had to do was download it. I didn't have to come back on go on a computer or anything, make an account or anything. You just download it on your PlayStation for free, and you watch free movies. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean they're not like, you know, they're older movies, but still.
The movie I star in's on there.
Oh really? Which one's that?
The movie I made.
What Duck do? Go back to bed?
I don't know where Duck's at. Duck's crazy.
Why? What's it crazy? What happened? He let you go, or you let him go?
I think he went to go see his dog.
I thought he was doing it tomorrow.
I don't know.
I think you're crazy.
Stop saying that, Bobby.
I think you lost Duck, and you don't want to admit that you lost him.
I might have. I might have misplaced him somewhere.
Yeah, he always makes their way back. Ducks are smart like that. They'll find their way home. They'll always do. And if he finds his way home and he brings back a dog, so be it. We know where he's been. So other than that, what are we doing? Well, I was in the middle of a top 10, so you distracted me like you always do.
Well, I was having a celebration because I'm the #1 rock station on Spreaker.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah.
And by winning, win here, win there, win.
#1.
Woo!
Can we celebrate that I'm #5 in comedy?
Sure.
Yay!
And by winning, win here, win there, win.
I don't think Spreaker will ever let me be #1. They hate me.
Keep on dreaming, buddy.
So I was reading the top 10 list on top10s.net and top 10 acts of dedication. And this was very amazing story to me. This guy who hides in a bush every day and waits till people walk by him on a busy street, you know, in San Francisco, he jumps out and scares them.
He's punched him in the face.
Yeah, well, people actually are. He's become so popular. People pay him to you know, they throw money in his bucket and shit or whatever he's got there to watch him do this, and he's become so popular that he makes $60,000 a year doing this. He's a homeless man.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
If fucking scared me, I'd drop him.
You gotta love America, man. That's fucking. Only in America you can get away with that shit. Yeah, like. You can't, like, I would fucking, like, so, San Francisco in the city, he's gonna get shot.
San Francisco is the city of intellectuals and homosexuals, Bobby.
Oh, well, maybe he'll get his eyes scratched out one day. Man, I'm funny.
An original.
Yeah, an original. No one ever tells gay jokes.
I don't make fun of the queers on my show, Bobby.
Yeah, you play high quality rock and roll on your show. You don't do anything else.
I don't make fun of the fags and the queers.
I love the gay men. Not like that though, no homo. But I love the gays. I got no problem with the gays. I think they should get married and do everything that we can do. I got no problem with them. But you look, no one's safe here on Uncle Bobby Radio. You're gonna get made fun of. You know, whether you're just like me or you're different than me, you're gonna get made fun of no matter what. I make fun of myself. You think you're safe? Shit.
I've heard you make fun of me, Bob. You make fun of me all the time.
I wasn't talking about you, Joe, but yeah, you too. I was talking about in general, anybody.
You call me an ogre. You say I suffer from ogerism.
Ogerism, that's right. Listen, that's a real disease. And when I made that clip, I wish I still had it. I'd play it, but I don't. I would, you know, I was trying, when I made that clip, I was trying to get money donated for your condition, Joe.
Well, what do you call your condition? What's your condition?
There's no cure for stupidityness. You know that. You know, no cure for that. But there's a cure. You know,
like, but when you get angry and you lose it and you go all nuts, like, what's your condition?
Well, Liz says the cure for that is Prozac. she wants me on Zoloft or something. I don't know. Zoloft. Yeah, that's what she wants me on. So there you go. There's a cure for that. I just won't take it.
Yeah, but what's the disease you call it?
I don't know. Being a dick. That's what I call it.
There you go.
Listen, you know, but you are a lot more. Would you just embrace that you're a nasty dude? Just embrace it.
Debbie, Bob's making fun of me again.
Why can't you just embrace it?
Embrace it.
Tell him, Debbie.
Saying that I have a bad attitude and I'm an angry person.
No, you don't say. I've been gone all day. Didn't have to chat with it.
Deb, what are you doing with the pipe?
She's gonna smoke it.
I'm pretty sure I told you if you were going to bring your dope smoking lungs, if you were bringing your dope smoking lungs, to bring your cock-sucking lips.
Who would have brought you food otherwise?
I starved all day.
Yes, chicken bones on the floor are proof.
One of the cats had to go catch me a chicken.
Number 8, the man who was in the news all the time.
Who's in the news all the time?
Greg Packer is the quintessential man on the street No, really, Packer, for a reason known only to him, has spent decades being quoted by hundreds of news sources, seemingly just because he can. The New York Times, Fox News, CNN, you name it, a news source. You name a news source, Packer has been in it and given a quote about something. So them people you always see when the news goes down, a news story, and they got them people, and they let them say something about the incident that went down.
Yeah.
He's in every one.
So in other words, he's a fucking TV truck chaser.
Exactly.
You've heard of lawyers that are ambulance chasers?
Yeah.
This guy chases TV trucks.
He has to, right? To get on to do that. I mean, he can't just happen to be in every bad incident.
How could you always be where something goes down?
Right. So he obviously follows the news trucks, and so he can make a statement. But how can he make a statement of what's going down if he was busy following the news trucks?
I don't know, Bobby.
I don't know.
Did you ever see that fucking Mad TV bit where that guy goes, "It was crazy as hell."
Yeah.
It was crazy as hell.
So I mean, this list is people dedicated to things, and this man is dedicated to being the news hog. I guess that's what you would call it, being on TV. And this guy's hideous. Number 7 is the man who perfected Pac-Man. Jesus Christ.
Wugga, 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 wugga.
Billy Mitchell is well known in the video game world for being the first guy to perfect Pac-Man. Doing so required Billy to play the game for 6 hours straight. Well, fuck, I do 6 hours straight on almost everything I do, and I don't become perfect at it.
Same game, Bobby, without dying, he did.
Well, which doesn't even start to take into account the hundreds of hours spent practicing. Okay, so basically he practiced, and then he was able to play this game 6 hours straight without dying, like you said.
Well, what they mean is he was the first person to beat Pac-Man, to play a perfect game of Pac-Man, to never lose a man.
Right.
To run the table.
And he's famous for it. Did he get any money off of it? It doesn't say so.
Oh, he signs autographs at the Pac-Man conventions all the time.
Well, I'm sure there's a crowd out there, believe it or not, that and I'm sure they idolize him. I don't know if that makes them any money, but number 6 is the guy who went to every sports game ever in a rainbow wig. Jesus Christ. The guy who built a sports car while blind. Now that's an accomplishment. That's a nice sports car too. You should see it. Man, that's nice. Nice.
He built a sports car while he was blind?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the fucking thing because you got to see the you got to see the sports car. He built this when he was blind. This is fucking amazing.
Building a car don't impress me. Driving it, that impresses me.
He's driving it right now, I think. I don't know if that's him or not because that dude don't look blind. There, just click on that. It's number 5. Yeah, I don't think that guy's blind. I don't know. The chick's, yeah, he probably is blind. The chick's driving though. He's not driving. That thing's crazy looking. What impresses me it should impress me enough that he's 100 years old building this thing.
Old dudes.
Yeah. Well, they got nothing but time. Well, not really, huh? Clock's ticking, but you know what I mean. They're not working. They're retired. Huh?
For a guy that lives the healthy lifestyle you live, you sure make fun of the old people an awful lot.
No, well, Because I know it's coming. I'm going to be dead at 50, so I'm not going to be able to live to be old, so. The guy who lived in the office for 2 months, even though he didn't work there. Oh, fuck. Why don't you do that?
You live in emergencies.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here we go. The guards who never leave their posts, ever. That's dedication. You would think they would be the they would show those British dudes, but they're not. Those
What,
guys.
The beef eaters.
Huh?
The beef eaters.
Yo, is that what you call them? You know, the guys with the black hats, black woolly hats.
Yeah.
Those guys, because I know they gotta just stand there and like do nothing. What a gig that is. That would drive me nuts. What if you get an itch and you want to scratch yourself? And is anybody really looking at you like if you just kind of lounge? Did they get in trouble? I've always wondered that.
You will soon find out what to do.
Number 2 is the guy who stayed in character in a coma. How's that even possible? Mel Blanc voiced the childhoods of millions. Being the voice of Bugs Bunny meant that Blanc probably owned one of the most well-known and valuable voices on the entire planet. He was also allergic to carrots. That's not relevant. It's just an interesting fact. Blanc was famously dedicated to his roles, so much so that when he lapsed into a coma due to a car accident, he stayed in character. To explain, yeah, because that's why I'm reading this. I want to know how they stay in character. Blanc was initially unresponsive to any stimulus, at a complete loss as to what, if anything, could be done. A doctor in the room asked Bugs, "Where are you?" To which Blanc instinctively answered, "What's up, Doc?" in character.
That's awesome.
There aren't even words to describe that, because I was fairly certain, up until I saw it written down, that such a thing was completely impossible. So, did he come out of the coma?
No, he just lays there saying, what's up, Doc? That's like that's wrong with him.
Yeah, number 1. Content accidentally. Man was taken away money. Fuck, where were we when this dude was giving out money, Joe?
I don't know.
He didn't give me any money. Charles Feeney is a man with a simple dream: to give away all his money. Which you think would be kind of easy. Right, you would think so. People in casinos do it all the time. But Freeney isn't an average guy. He's a multi-billionaire dedicated to giving away every penny. Okay, so
No.
just give one dude all your money. Like, how hard is it?
He could give it to me and you.
Yeah, just give it to us. Split it in half. Dude, you're done. That quick. It's not hard to give away money. It just depends on how you want to do it. You're making it hard for yourself. He wants to spread it out, probably. And he spent decades doing just that, anonymously. Oh, anonymously too. Feeney has given away billions and asked for nothing in return. He buys clothes off the rack, lives in a standard apartment, and always flies coach. He really just wants to give all his money away to charity. Oh, okay. And die poor, and has spent the latter half of his golden years doing just that. Let me tell you what happened to this guy. I don't know him. I don't know the story, but I bet this is what happened.
I know what happened to him right now.
Go ahead. What do you think? I bet you were thinking the same thing.
He fucked over a lot of people
Yep.
getting rich the first half of his life.
Yup.
Then realized one day about midlife that his money didn't love him,
Yep.
and that he's mortal, and he's got to believe in something, so he started to believe in heaven, and the only way he was going to get in heaven was to try to right all the wrongs he did early in life.
That's right. So now he spent half his life treating everybody like shit, stepping all over people, you know, ruining their lives, making the billions, and then he realized, look, you know, I gotta give all this away, or I'm going to hell.
That's right.
What a sad existence.
That's what I think happened. Anyway.
That's what came to my mind right away. This dude didn't just make a, you know, first off, you don't become a billionaire by being nice, okay? Unless it was given to him, and even then, you don't have to be nice to get that. And if you're, you know, 9 times out of 10, I guarantee, you know, when you're born with money, you just become an asshole. You're just born an asshole because it's just, you're just so used to. The problem with being spoiled is, you know, you get used to everybody handing you everything, and then you just become a dick because you think people owe you something, you know. So, you know, whether this guy was born rich or worked hard being rich, he did so in probably a very nasty manner. Lived his life being a jerk off. I'm sure of it.
He was a dick, yeah.
He was a dick.
And I know he's a dick because he never gave me none of his fucking billions of dollars.
That's right. Look at it. He even looks like a dick. He just looks like an asshole. Hey, where's our cut? Jesus.
Here we are trying to fucking make it so fucking entertain the world for free.
Yeah, for free. We don't ask for nothing. Jesus Christ. The nerve of people these days, Joe.
I know.
Well, there you go. There you go. That was your top 10. We'll be back after this.
We're all living in America. America ist wunderbar. We're all living in America. 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 We're all living in America. America ist wunderbar. We're all living in America. America. America.
Do you want me? No, I don't. Do you need me? No, I don't. Dance with me, I'm leaving. No, I can't. Will you love me? No, I won't. This is not a love song. No, it's not. I don't sing my mother's tongue. No, I don't. Africa for Santa Claus. Und vor Paris steht Mickey Mouse.
We're all living in America. America ist wunderbar. We're all living in America. America. America.
Will you do it? No, I won't. Should you do it? No, I don't. Could you do it? No, I can't. Will you please me? No, I won't.
Bobby. With me is Joe Seeker the Magnificent.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The following plugin is unresponsive. Shockwave Flash. Would you like to stop it? Yes or no, Joe?
Yes.
Okay. It's not going to shut me down, is it?
I am the Foxinator.
You're the Mark Foxinator? Is that what you said? Mark Foxinator. Are you going to take him down with your bare hands, Joe?
No, I developed a strategy for dealing with the Mark Fox types a year ago or so.
And what is that?
Is my strategy is don't pay attention.
I think it's working pretty good so far. Haven't heard a peep from him all day.
What's that, brother?
Been working good so far. I haven't heard a peep from him all day.
George said.
I even tried contacting him at 12:15 apparently.
Oh. George.
I don't know. He never.
How much, you know?
Never wrote me back.
Can you talk about a little bit about the deal that you have to do the show? Because I understand it was kind of an unusual financial arrangement
with the FX. Yeah, it's. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody having the situation that I have right now. Part of it is because I'm working for cheap, but that's happened before. Basically, I went into doing the show with a lot of strength, negotiating wise, because I didn't care if I had the job or not. There's nothing more powerful than just saying no to people, you know? If you say to somebody, please give me this, I swear I can do it, and here's why, you're not going to go in well. But if you actually say, I don't want to do it. I was on the road doing stand-up, and I was making a lot of money and enjoying my shows. So I didn't want to go to Los Angeles. I live with my kids here in New York, and the most important part of my life is that I spend half of every week with my kids, and I don't have to work during that time. I'm a stay-at-home dad from Monday morning till about Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. And then I go on the road and do stand-up. It was perfect. And so I went out to L.A. and I did a theater show there. And a lot of people came and it did well. And then NBC and Fox and all these people started throwing offers to me to do a show. And there were a lot of money. And then I started to think, well, maybe I should do it for the money because I could stay home a little bit, and this show will never get on the air. There's no way I'm getting on the air at NBC. But it's crazy. They pay you to fail. They pay you a huge amount of money just to sit there and think of an idea, and then you tell them the idea, and they go, nah, keep the money, though. It's a weird system. Makes no sense. Anyway, this could be too long an answer. Let me cut right to the chase. I went to FX, and they said, I didn't want to go to FX. My manager, Dave Becky, who's here somewhere, he's also an executive. You can thank that guy who was raising his hand for the show even existing. Because he made a meeting for me and John. I'm hemming because I blanked on his name for a second. He's my patron saint now. I'm fucking Landgraf, and he made a meeting for us, and I canceled it. I called FX and said, I'm not going. I didn't feel like it. I don't like going to meetings. It's boring. So I canceled the meeting at FX. And he called me and said, "What? You can't cancel that." And I said, "They don't have any money. Why the fuck would I want to work there?" And he said, "Because this guy's really smart." And so I met John Landgraf, and he said, "We'd like to do a show with you, and we have a lot of freedom here, but we can only pay you $200,000 to do the pilot." And I was being offered like whatever, $300-400 just to personally have as money by the other networks. So I said, well, okay, you're giving me $200,000. What's the budget for the show? And he said, no, that's the whole show. It's what you get paid and what you spend on the show, $200,000. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And I told him I could do a sketch show for that. I could do a little sketch show. And he said, well, how about a sketch show about your life? And I was like, well, that's a dumb idea. And so I went home, and then he called me in my house. Landgraf did, and he said, "Look, I get it. I get what you're doing. You want to be Charlie Sheen. That's what you're headed." It's funny now because he's naked, yelling "nigger" on the streets and all that stuff. But I don't know why that's just what alcohol does to famous people. But anyway, Charlie Sheen, to me, he was saying, you want to be a big star and on a big network, and I was getting sick as he was saying it, the idea of that. But he said, if you come in, I said, look, give me $200,000 and I'll do the show, but you can't, I'm not writing it and then sending you a script. You have to just give me the money and I'll send you a show, a DVD in like 3 months. That's it. No between anything. I'm not pitching. I'm not even telling you what the show's about, who's in it, how I'm doing it. You wire me the money. I didn't even want to have, because this is the way I figured was that I'm very lazy. I'm a lazy person. And unless I get excited about something, and I thought if I have $200,000 of FX's money in an account, then I'll write something. So he said, I have no problem with that. And so that's the way we did it. He literally wired me $200,000. And at one point, Dave, God bless him, and my agent were trying to get it up. They were like trying to get it to 3 or 4. And then Landgraf called me and said, do you understand that I can write you a check? I can send you $200,000 from my desk. But if it's more than that, I have to go ask Rupert Murdoch for the money. And then you're going to have to explain to somebody what the show's about. You have to at least tell me what it's about. And I said, okay, keep it at 200, and I won't tell you anything. So he sent me $200,000. And I called Blair and all the people that I worked with making films here in the city for years, and Paul Kessner, my great DP who can shoot for nothing. And we decided to shoot on the red and I started piecing the show together, not from what it even was about. I was like, I want to shoot a show that feels like short films, that's done with beautiful lenses, and that we shoot it, carefully. Like an old film crew. I started thinking about the kind of people I would like to see in the show before I had written anything. And then I started piecing together little scripts, and I ran out and shot one thing and then stopped and then wrote more. And I just kind of created it I just took the money and just threw it at objects and people. And I shot way more than I needed. I shot something like 3 episodes worth of material and crunched it down to the pilot. And gave it to them. And they had no idea what they were going to see. They just pressed play and they watched it. And that's a great trick, because usually they have to read the scripts, then they do rewrites, and they're sick of it. But they had no idea what the show was. And they watched it, and they said, yeah, let's keep doing it. And they gave me $300,000 for the series per episode. That's it. I mean, I get paid out of that. I get paid Writers Guild minimum for the script, DGA minimum for directing. And I pay myself very little as an editor. I just make the show, and they don't. When we started doing the series, John Landgraf said, "What can you tell? You got to tell me something." And so I said, "Well, let's have a beer and let's talk about it." So we just sat, and I told him 3 ideas for the series, and I didn't do any of them. So I said, "Here's 3 ideas. I may or may not do them." And he said, "Sounds fine." And so that was it. Every week, we would take the money and we'd make shows. And also, I had the freedom to spend more on some shows than others. Some shows cost $500,000. Some shows cost $150,000, depended on the subject matter. They didn't know who was in the show. I was more able to get interesting actors, people like Ricky, because they didn't know Ricky was on the show. They watch and they go, how the fuck did he get Ricky Gervais? They just watch it. That's Matthew Broderick? How the fuck? And they just, So, and that was, to me, it's much more fun to me. Doing the show this way is a lot of pressure. It's a huge amount of pressure. Because if the show stinks, if I give them an episode that stinks, then I have to do it over again. I mean, that's the deal that we have. They have a right to say, yeah, we just didn't like that one. And then I have to make another one. Yeah. So it's a lot of pressure, and also I want to keep that freedom. I knew that if 2 episodes in, if the shows were weak, they would have come. It wasn't a contractual right. It was just a verbal agreement. It remains a verbal agreement between me and John Landgraf that I have that freedom. It's not a deal that I have. I mean, that deal doesn't exist. They would never put that on paper. That would be suicide.
It sounds
would
like
be-
it comes out of petty cash.
Yeah,
Like, he
it does.
just opens up his
it
top
does.
drawer and
It's literally, my show is so cheap that the advertisers don't know what they're advertising on. That's how it's so cheap to pay for that people will advertise on it without knowing what's in it. You know, Red Stripe beer doesn't give a shit what I'm doing. So, but I earn that right with every episode. If I start sliding downward and the show gets weak in their mind, they'll send people, and I'll have to have every script submitted to them. Everything. That's my contract says that I serve at their pleasure, and they have approval over everything. But that's not how we do it. So I tend to write stuff and then leave it alone and trust the first burst idea of how the dialogue is written and everything, and I'll slash and cut it. But I don't rewrite a lot. But then I meticulously shoot it. So I'm taking something that was barely thought through, and I execute it as a director much more carefully. And I could never do that. If I had a writing staff, they would never let me do that. It would be much harder, and also would be 12 times more expensive in the writing department. And as a director, I can pay myself shit, and I think I'm worth it. So.
I remember I used to serve drinks at this local joint, cause I was broke, but my focal point was this wasn't no regular bar. It was a spot where robots were ready to spar. And one night Megatron rolled in. He ordered Pennzoil, drank it straight from a can. His plan was to go and get wasted again, standing next to Mega Man with a drink in his hand. Megatron was rambunctious, hoping to lay that lady from the Jetsons, Rosie the maid, said, "Hey baby, let me know your cards. We can put our metal together, produce a spark." No, she was praying for a man to defend her from the offender. Her friend Bender walked in and walked clocked and socked him in the jaw. Then he saw Dr. Robotnik. And Robotnik was about to attack, and Terminator grabbed a bottle, saying, "I'll be back." Cause he knew Megatron for a couple of years, hit Bender with a bottle and it busted his gears. Ha 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 ha. Have you ever seen her? You ain't never seen her. You ain't never seen her. Robot bar fight. Now Marvin, the paranoid android, was startled, right? Then he screamed, "It's a robot bar fight!" And Robocop busted in to stop and started shooting at Robotnik. Blocker, blocker. Bullet hit Robotnik in the esophagus. One grazed the shoulder of Maria from Metropolis. Before Robocop could say he was sorry, in jumped her boyfriend. Wally rolled up pretty upset. He took Robocop's stun pistol, whipped him in the neck, and everybody ran. He was fixing to shoot, and R2 and C-3PO kissing in a booth. Crazy and snapped, he had everybody trapped, and he started to cap every single robot left in the place, even that goofy bastard from Lost in Space. Wally paused for a moment for the re-up, so I fled out the back with Maria. She wasn't hurt except a scratch on her shoulder, so I took her back to my home and I boned her. Or maybe I just made all that up.
I did the choreography myself.
some weight in your rear end. The dress you wear reminds me of my old girlfriend. And where'd you get those shoes? I think they're pretty lame. Would you stop talking, cause I'm trying to watch the game? If you're a man who wants to live a long and happy life, these are the things you don't say to your wife. I planned a hunting trip next week on your birthday. I didn't ask you, but I knew it'd be okay. Go make some dinner while I watch this fishing show. I taped it over our old wedding video. If you're a man who've done that, a long and happy life, these are the things you don't say to your wife. Solo, okay. Your cooking is okay, but not like Mother makes. The diamond in the ring I bought you is a fake. Your eyes look puffy, dear. Are you feeling ill? Happy anniversary, I bought you a treadmill. If you're a man who wants to live a long and happy life, that too. These are the things you don't say to your wife. If you're a man who doesn't want to get killed with a knife, these are the things you don't say to your wife.
Uncle Bobby's radio putting Come back into comedy.
This brother is a comedy veteran, baby, been putting it down for years straight out of Chicago. Please put it together for Corey Holcomb!
Front row is cracking. All right, here we go. Let me get right into this. I knew my daughter was gonna be a freak when this bitch was 3 months old. Oh, y'all don't know me? You'll see. No, listen, this little heifer, she never kept the bottle in her mouth. She always pulled the bottle out and shake the milk all over her face and shit. I told her, I said, girl, you just like your mama, got it, man. Man, we finna get ghettoed in a motherfucker up in this motherfucker, goddamn. I heard they was taxing niggas in the parking lot there, man. We finna tear this motherfucker up. Speaking of baby mamas, I can't stand my baby mama, lousy bitch. I hate my baby mama. I got a good though. Listen, I went to Best Buy and I bought one of them big ass, I didn't buy shit. I got the people that work there to give me one of them big ass 52-inch TV screen boxes. Yeah, and I put that motherfucker in the back of her building right where her dumpster at just because I knew them niggas was gonna break in her crib. Bitch, I ain't the only one gonna pay, bitch. Welcome, goddammit, to the All-Star Weekend, all this goof ass shit. Look, ladies, listen, it's very important you listen to this. Please do not price your pussy out the game this weekend. It is women from all over the country down here, and they know how to hustle, goddammit. Some of y'all expectations are too motherfucking high, goddammit. There's a lot of bum-ass bitches who understand that $100 per man can add up. Some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all expectations are too high. This one girl This bitch stomach look like some balled up homework. What? I ain't lying on her. I don't know her shit. This bitch talking about she want 500 and a nice hotel room. I was like, bitch, I ain't rent this minivan for nothing, goddamn it. I say bitch a lot. I see some of you ladies out there looking shocked. I say bitch a lot, goddammit. It ain't nothing but something to get used to. Fellas, the reason the women are looking at me crazy right now, because y'all don't say bitch enough. You call your girl a bitch one day and she checked you and you never did it again. You was like, you bitch. She was like, I know you ain't got it. Your scary ass never did it again. Consistency pays off. I call my girl a bitch all the time, goddammit. You ain't always got to say it when you mad. That's the problem. Call your girl a bitch when you having a good time. You know, be like, hey, bitch, you crazy. Bitch. You got to break her in. Shit. I remember when my girl finally gave in and shit. It's in the bathroom over there, bitch. She was like, where? I was like, True story. This girl was pregnant and she was cool as hell. She told me, I ain't gonna keep it. You can just take me to the clinic and drop me off and pick me up when it's over. True story. You know, and niggas, you know how that shit be. We don't want to sit in the clinic with their ass anyway, goddamn. It's fucked up when you at the clinic because you see people you know and shit, you know? You like, hey, what's up, man? This right here, nigga. But she was cool, so I guess it was over, so she called me to pick her up. I go pick her up. Here's where the shit got fucked up. She get in the car talking shit. I got my, my 50 Cent CD bumping and shit. Nigga, my gun go off. This bitch talking shit. Like, I don't feel like hearing all that murder and shit. I was like, you the only killer in the car, bitch. That's just entertainment, motherfucker. You just came from the hitman office. Fuck you talking about? Shit, you ain't seen it all, nigga. I got more jokes way more fucked up than that. I'm being nice. Look at all the pedestrians of Dallas shocked, like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? This most fucked up joke you ever heard in your life, I guarantee you, and I'm gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. This one girl was pregnant. I knew she was gonna keep it, frantic bitch. I ain't know what I was gonna do, but then a miracle happened. She had a miscarriage in the toilet stool. I know you think that's fucked up, but wait till you hear this. I had to act like I was sad about the shit. Nigga, I was at the stool like, not the baby. Bye, Daddy. Bye, little motherfucker. I don't know you shit. Hey, boy, you should see some of these motherfuckers. Half the room like, the other half like, who the fuck is he? You goddamn right. I want to let all the ladies out there know you can't fool niggas like me. Don't be out here acting like you the shit and you ain't this weekend. I done been through hell and back. I know if you ain't shit. You can't fool me. I can look at a girl and tell. I can tell this bitch got dishes in the sink. Her kids ain't scared of strangers and shit. Got them looks. I hate girls who give you them cheap ass swap meet rags when you go to their house. Ladies, buy decent wash up rags. I don't like them look hard motherfucker. Why is it wet and still hard, bitch? Did you clean the stove with this motherfucker? I got the answers to all your problems. A lot of you guys get caught up on Facebook. Some guys don't like Facebook because that's how you get caught up, because women be sending all them bullshit ass messages. Let me tell you something. It's a remedy to everything. All you gotta do is Facebook yourself some bullshit messages. Hang out with your woman one night, and the whole time you hang with her, sneak to the bathroom. Ooh, I love sucking your dick last night. Then when your girl see it, be like, we was together that night, baby. These bitches be on some bullshit, boy. They be trying to fuck our shit up, baby. Oh, shit. I done said so much fucked up shit, I don't even know where to start with the next one. A lot of women talk about guys and they penis. Ladies, please let me put this out here. All women ain't got good pussy. I have been disappointed on a number of occasions. You know what's the worst shit? That dry pussy. You ever run across that, fella? Ain't that the worst shit ever? Bitch. Damn, this ain't shit, bitch. Damn, bitch, a prairie dog just ran past your bed, bitch. There's a tumbleweed in your bathtub, man. This one girl tried to blame it on me and shit. You know, she's like, you ain't turning me on. Oh, hey, my boy told me your pussy ain't shit, bro. Bitch, you need some panties with a humidifier on them motherfuckers. This is the best seat in the house. I'll tell you, this is the best seat in the house, because I see all you goof-ass niggas sitting next to your girl, getting permission to laugh. I feel sorry for you, motherfucker. Nigga. All right, let me get ready to wrap this shit up. Hey, Shaq, look, that was some bullshit right there, nigga.
The ladies gon' feel me. The fellas in the back, and they twisting up a belly. Get
hey,
silly.
Shaq, how y'all gonna have
Get silly. Get silly. Get silly. Get silly. Get silly.
Uncle Bobby Radio. I am your DJ, Uncle Bobby. With me is Joe Seeker, and we're having a serious talk about gun control, right, Joe?
When that Trayvon Martin got shot in Florida. Right? About that, I don't know, that fucking security guard. I was just commenting how the NRA demanded the next day that black teenagers start arming themselves with guns.
Right, but I told you I don't remember them saying that at all.
And that was my point.
Well, what was your point about my friend with the bicycle?
Well, the amendment that the NRA believes in is that she should be allowed to own a gun.
What, they said, how's that? They said crazy people should be able to own a gun.
Well, they believe everybody should be allowed to own guns.
Well, and I said I don't believe that. I believe there should be, the laws that are in place now, if not more. I mean, I realize we've talked about this before, and some states, I go by my state. What my state does is basically what every state should do, at least that or more. Where, you got to be, you can't be a convicted felon, okay, obviously. Especially if you're a convicted felon for a gun. Makes sense, right?
That's right.
You shouldn't be, you should have to, which I don't know, I don't think they do that in Jersey, but you should have to take some kind of psychiatric test. Make sure you're not a whack job. If you're on some kind of medicine that keeps you from being crazy, like bipolar, like our friend with the bicycle, then obviously she should not be able to have a gun, because she could just simply one day decide to not take her pills, but she's still got the fucking gun.
And then she might shoot you and Liz for not opening your door when you're hiding from her.
Right. Or just shoot anybody outside just because. There should be laws in place, but there's, times are different. The right to bear arms and all that shit is really not needed. We have protection. We have cops. We have, you just can't. It's not the Wild fucking West anymore. So, you don't have to walk around with. Everybody doesn't have to walk around with a gun for protection. But I think if a father and son want to go out in the woods, if they have, they want to go out in the woods and hunt, they should be able to hunt. I think it's a big part of growing up. That's how I was growing up. Learn how to fend for yourself. Be able to have a gun if you're in the woods and stuff like that. But you don't need, if you're in the city, you don't need that.
You're upset, Bobby.
Because I have a feeling you don't want nobody to have no guns at all. And it's just something we disagree about. What do you
think your friend should be allowed to have a gun?
Oh, she's crazy. I think if you do the proper things you're supposed to do, then like I said, if you're medicated and you medicate, you shouldn't have a gun. If you have a criminal record, you shouldn't have a gun.
So you think the qualifications should be more than being just born white in America?
Yeah, of course. Sure. I don't think whatever these people you're saying to do, I don't believe that everybody should have a gun. Just like I don't believe that everybody should have a fucking child. I think there should be a lot more law on that too.
Yeah.
I think if a woman is underage and she has a child, then it should automatically go to the parent, grandparent, whoever's taking care of that child. Let's say a 15-year-old has a baby. They should immediately have to sign rights to them. If they don't want that responsibility, the parents or the grandparents, guardians, then it should immediately go to the state until they turn 18. Because kids should not have kids. Kids should not have, guns, have their own guns. The parent should be responsible for the gun and all that shit. Like, my dad didn't let me walk around. I had a gun license, but I didn't have my own gun. He didn't give me a gun and say, there you go, son, have a good day. Because we're irrational. We're kids. If my dad would have let me have my gun where I could have gotten a hold of it, the first bully fucking beat me up would have got it.
Exactly.
That's a guarantee. That's why you have to. And my dad wasn't even allowed to have a gun because he was in prison. But he was smart enough to, he got around the system and he got a gun, and we got lucky, and he was smart enough to say, look, my son can't walk around with a gun, but, with me, he can have a gun. When we walk around, we go in the woods. He only had it for hunting. You know what I mean? And my dad isn't the most law-abiding citizen back in the day. So he was into guns for other reasons as well, pistols and all that shit. But he obviously was at least straight enough, even with all the drugs he was doing, to raise his son enough to know that guns aren't no game. You know what I mean?
Guns are an extension of your penis.
Yeah. And there was times where it could have went wrong. Like my grandmother had a gun in her in her drawer, right? And I learned about it, and I got it out one day. I was probably 16, 17 years old, right? So I show my best friend the gun, and we're like, oh, this is cool. So we go out, and it was being, oh my God. We go out, and it was being, there was developments being built around us and stuff, so there was this big hill. So we went to the big hill, and we shot it off, had a good time. And then we went up in my room, and I was playing with it. I shut the door, of course, didn't want anybody to know. And I cocked the gun. It was like a little 35 hand pistol. And I cocked the gun, and and my dad, I was raised by shotguns, but I just wasn't raised with, I didn't really know much about pistols. And for some reason, I'm a dumb kid, and I cocked the gun, but I took out the cartridge with the bullets are held in, and assumed that there was no bullets in it, but I had already loaded the fucking gun. So I was taught never to point it at anybody, so thank God I didn't point it at my friend, but I pointed it at my bureau, and I shot it and put a hole right in my bureau. And his leg, my friend's leg was kind of hanging by the side, so I almost shot my friend's leg off. Yeah.
That's awesome, Lord.
Yeah, so, honestly, to keep accidents like this happening, do I really care if they make it rules where no one can have a gun? It honestly wouldn't bother me. It really wouldn't. If it saves lives, I'm all for it, Joe.
Well, me and you basically believe in the same thing, and I believe that responsible hunters and such should be allowed to own the guns to hunt with and stuff, but I don't believe that people should own handguns and AR-15s and AK-47s and such.
Absolutely not.
And anybody that tries to make an argument for that, it's hollow. They know it's hollow, and they make these landish fucking things like, well, you're going to need those guns if the government ever comes. What? If the government ever comes. So let me understand that you need guns to protect you from the government, but yet you think that the laws that government make give you the right to have those guns.
Yeah, that's all backwoods shit,
Because they all believe that if it ever goes apocalyptic and it's every man for themselves again, that they'll all be tail riders like Clint Eastwood, and they'll go riding around on their horse, and they'll go riding into little mining camps and shoot all the bad guys for the women folk will cook them grits and stuff.
And let's talk about this as well.
that really doesn't help. That really doesn't help their argument, because in an apocalyptic situation, do you want everybody and their mother having guns?
Bobby, it's going to be if it ever goes apocalyptic, we're all going to be dead.
No, what I'm saying is, if it gets to some kind of situation where there's, for whatever reason, there's no power, the lights go out, and there's no government, and we all got to fend for ourselves, and those people with guns are going to have the power, and you don't think that's going to get to their head?
But here's the thing. Where's the government gone to?
I don't know. I'm just saying. The lights go out.
No, it's going to be realistic. Where's the government all of a sudden gone to?
Look, if a comet hits, okay?
Okay. If a comet hits, we're all dead. Everybody's going to die. Nobody's going to survive.
Nah, what if it just takes out, a big portion? How's it going to kill us all?
It'll kill everybody on the fucking planet, Bobby. It'll kill everybody on the planet.
How about one of them, like you see in the movies, a disease? Now, I'm not talking about zombies, because we're trying to be as real as possible here. What about a disease that affects a big, large number of people, but there's going to be some people that are immune to this disease. That's a fact.
Okay. And what about the government will still stay? Like, there might be a lot of people in the government that die, in the army that die, but the ratio is going to be the same.
I don't think so. I think if it hits 1 out of 1,000, so you've got one out of 1,000 government officials, 1 out of 1,000 every army people. You know what I mean? It's 1 out of 1,000 every cops.
They're policing 1 out of 1,000 of the population. So it's also a reduced crowd that they're policing. It would only be a problem if anything ever happens on this planet, that the United States government and the Canadian government and everything just collapses and they don't have any power or might anymore. She's over. Your AR-15 ain't gonna save you and yours.
No, I believe that. I'm just saying, like, if that was the case and everybody had a gun, then that's gonna hurt more than help. I think. Anyway, I would think that would hurt more than help, because then now everybody's fucking gunning everybody down for their supplies.
Okay, but here's what I want you to remember is, back in the 1800s, in the American West, everybody had a gun, and the land was lawless, and you know what I mean, and all that. So a man and his gun could make their way, but for whatever reason, people demanded civilization. People demanded laws. People didn't want everybody carrying a gun, because when life was like that, it sucked, because people would get in an argument and shoot each other over fuck all.
Hello?
Hello?
You're very emotional about this. Breathe, buddy. Breathe.
I'm not emotional.
I'm not even really disagreeing with you, because like I said,
Honestly, I really think like Wayne Pierce and Brian Cutler are going to do anything if fucking anything ever hit the fan. Like you saw that video of Brian Cutler that time, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see the 4 pizza video? Well,
what was it?
What's he gonna do? The Mexicans, if the border ever collapsed, and those fucking Mexicans that have been actually living hard on the other side of the border ever get to fucking pour into California and wreak havoc, Brian Cutler ain't stop those fucking people are fucking badass, killing fucking machines, man.
That's what he's worried about? That's why he wants a gun?
Well, he wants. He basically wants to save America from the Mexicans.
The Mexicans? That's our biggest danger?
Immigration, because of and the lack of love for Jesus Christ.
Oh.
But,
oh. What do you mean? Wait a minute. First off, Mexicans believe in... There's a lot of Mexicans are Catholic.
Most Mexicans are named Jesus, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Like, they're very religious people. So what's he talking about? That can all...
what? That's just it. It's funny. I can't even go listen to his show anymore because I want to call in and just fucking laugh. But he calls himself an author. He fucking wrote a book that fucking called Dictator in Chief. It took him longer to color the cover of it than it did to fucking write the book.
Well, I remember you talking about that.
I read the sample, man. It's one continuous sentence.
No periods?
It's bad. And even the people that actually bought it and reviewed it, they weren't kind at all. I reviewed it.
I'm gonna write a book. I'm not gonna charge though, because I don't pretend to be an author. Huh?
I wrote a book.
Did you?
It's called How to Be a Bigwig on Spreaker.
Well, you know all about that, don't you?
Spreaker's a joke. It's all a lie, Bobby. It's all lies. It's all lies.
But at the same time, with the gun issues and all this stuff, I'm not sure if we should be concerned. So concerned about our population. We're overpopulated as it is.
No, you're not, Bobby.
Oh my God, we're gonna kill ourselves by just being crowded. Don't you realize that one day there's just gonna be no room left? Because we're so worried about abortion and this and that and life is so precious. Meanwhile, there's so many of us, we can't even feed ourselves. We can't take care of, half of us can't take care of ourselves.
Bobby, we throw enough food away every day to feed the fucking world.
Yeah, well, that's a problem too, but whatever, it's just, there's too many fucking people as it is. Let the weak die!
The problem's not there's too many people. The problem is there's too much greed. People are forced to live in cities because that's where the work is. Like, if people could live a life where they could spread out, then everybody wouldn't be jammed in the cities the way they are.
I mean, there is a lot of world yet, and people aren't there, but we need to spread out a little more. We need to figure something out.
Got to build up.
My town I lived in, born and raised in, was beautiful, and now it's just nothing but and you know what? And it's so built, but it's not like. Dude, these $200,000 homes are not even like with one dude living in it.
Exactly. Big house, big yard, one guy.
Yeah.
It's all about the greed, but
12-bedroom fucking house for him, his wife, and his one kid.
Yeah, it was fucking 8 or 9 cars in the yard. Fucking all kinds of money. Complaining about how fucking Obamacare's fucking not right.
Yeah. That's that's why.
You don't have to pay the same amount as that guy pays.
Well, that's why we should be allowed to have guns, Joe, so I can go and take a shit. You know, if I was allowed to have a gun right now, I could go take one of his cars. He doesn't need 6 cars. You can only drive one at a time.
You shouldn't even be allowed to have 6 cars.
Well, people like to collect.
I heard all about it the other day, but all of our raises got froze where I work because the economy's bad.
Yeah, that's just an excuse for the companies too.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck out of here.
That's bad economy.
That bad economy. Everybody's blaming everything on the economy. Everything's going up because of the economy. But yet the economy's bad because nobody can afford it because everything's going up. Stop raising shit. Maybe people will buy shit. Fucking idiots. You know, people are fucking doing all this stuff, you know, on their own and everything because they can't afford it anymore. You know? And I'm not talking about the guy with a fucking 12-bedroom house and 6 cars. I'm talking about us.
You, Bobby, you're sick of this shit.
We're tired. We're tired of it.
We want some fucking change, man.
We want it now.
Power to the people. We could get Glad here, and Glad's a bit of a conspiracy nut, eh?
That's what I hear. Call him up.
Me and Glad got in an argument over the carbon tax.
Uh-oh.
And I don't think he's forgiven me for it.
Oh, he hasn't talked to you since? Why don't I don't have Glad on my Skype.
He's talked to me, but he's never really hung around since.
I don't even have Glad on my Skype anymore. Holy cow.
He don't like carbon tax.
I don't even know what that is.
Some of the countries of the world are putting a carbon tax on, like a pollution tax on companies.
Well, why don't he like that? He doesn't have a company, does he?
Because he believes it's a conspiracy by the government. Because plants need carbon dioxide to breathe, right? And this is what these things do, and he don't believe that that's what's heating up the fucking atmosphere. Because plants breathe it. Well, there's only so many plants, and if you have too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it heats the fucking planet up. They've proven it. But he won't buy into that because he don't believe in global warming.
Well, I don't care what they call it. They can tax big companies all they want, and they can take big companies down all they want because I feel like the fall of big companies will allow the little companies to thrive again. Because all these big companies are taking over and little companies aren't able to thrive anymore. And the big companies are the ones that are shipping, oh yeah, jobs, these big companies give us all jobs, but yet, half of them get everything done in China and stuff. They don't even do it here.
That's right.
We're worried about Julio right next door to us in Mexico coming here and making money. Well, okay, yeah, all right. He's not paying taxes, probably not. But at the same time, he's spending money here. Fucking gook face, fucking 200 fucking you know, 3,000 million miles away isn't spending money on us, are they?
Did you just call him Gook Face?
Gook Face, yeah.
The politically correct show.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know, what are their names? Lynn. Lynn. Gook Face Lynn. Is his fucking. He ain't. He's not. He's all the way over there. He's not spending no money here. He's not coming here. You're giving him our jobs. You're worried about the Mexicans taking our jobs. Get the fuck out of here. The Mexicans are spending money here. They have to. They're here for months and years at a time. And sure, I've worked with them. A lot of them send a lot of their money back home. But at the same time, they still spend money here to live here. They pay taxes every time they buy a fucking soda. They pay taxes every time they buy anything. Every
time they buy beans to eat.
Beans to eat. Every time they do anything, you know, they buy their they buy their fucking phone cards here to call home. That's all being taxed. They're paying taxes. They're putting money into our economy. But you know, sending money over, sending work to China and getting them to take our work. My plant closed down because of that. Because it was cheaper to have you know, other countries do it than here in America. So they sent it over there. I lost my fucking job because of it. I didn't lose my job because of Lupe. Me and Lupe used to work side by side, making the same amount of money.
Lupe was a dude.
Lupe was a dude. Hard-working man. Good guy. He would let me borrow money.
I hate Asians now.
Goddamn Asians.
I never used to hate Asians, but I hate them now.
I don't hate Asians that live here because they're spending money here. But I hate
Asians who have cell phones and would call me.
Oh, you hate Asians because of work.
I don't hate the ones that don't call me.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joe, because at least they're spending money. They're buying phones.
I don't care. If they don't call me, I don't hate them.
Joe Sika, you give me free phone now.
I want the most expensive phone you have for free. And you'll give it to me now, okay? Now you go. Okay, go now.
You know what happened? I just thought about this. You know why you're being tortured by the Asians now? It's karma.
Debbie already said it. Debbie said it's fucking my buddy there from the fucking hotel.
Yep. It's karma from harassing that poor Asian guy, calling him up and talking like him and making fun of him, and poor guy's just trying to make a living, and you're calling him up, fucking with him, and now karma's paying you back.
Kenny Quack.
Kenny Quack.
I'm calling Kenny Quack.
Now Kenny Quack.
Oh, fuck you, Joe Singer. I call my cousin Vancouver. I call you, fuck you over big time, fat boy.
Yeah, you're real funny. You're real funny, fat American man. I'm going to call you on your cell phone job.
I want this phone for free, fat man.
Joe Singer used to do this great bit where he called poor Kenny Quack every day, and I used to have him. I don't have him anymore. I used to have these prank calls where he called Kenny Quack and harassed poor Kenny Quack at his job, and it's, you know, say all kinds of fucked up shit to him. And then now Joe Seeker is paying for it because he works as a phone, you know, whatever, a phone technician, I guess you. Is that what you are? And he takes calls and has to work with the customers, and he says the Asian people are the ones that are always calling him, giving him a hard time.
It's just the way they are, bud. They fucking, they're just so meticulous. It's like they want the price on every phone. They want to know every fucking detail, and then they never buy anything. They never fucking go. That's the worst of it. They never go through with it.
They didn't
I was watching Russell He was talking about fucking Indians being the cheapest, and fucking Chinese the second, and fucking Jews being the third. And he said that if a Ralph Moran shop, if there was one of them, a Jewish guy would walk by there. If there was a sale, the Jewish guy would go in and buy stuff because it was on sale. He said the Indian guy would walk by there every day and never go in once. He said the Chinese guy would go in every day and fucking pick up everything in that store and never buy nothing. And it's so fucking true. It's so fucking true, man. Oh, I know. Okay, thank you for your time, Joe. I think I'll call back another time. Okay. Then you look at their account and they call in like once a week. Customer call to go over price plans. I just don't care now. I'm just fucking. I just got a whole new attitude.
Well, I'm going to go take a bath, and on this note, here's some Russell Peters on Asian people.
Hey, Asian, you know what's funny? When I say Asian, people automatically think Chinese. People go, oh, Chinese, yes, Asians, Chinese, and that's all they are. All the Asians are Chinese. Look at them yelling out their last name, so proud. That's cool. But But it's funny, people do think all Asians are Chinese. That's what they think. All Asians are Chinese, and they all speak Chinese, and they look Chinese, and that's what they are, and that's what they do. That's not the case. There's so many different types of Asians, you know what I mean? Sure, you may not be able to tell right away by looking at Asian people. You could take an educated guess. Sometimes, certain things stand out, and you go, oh, I know what kind of Asian you are. But if you really want to learn the differences between different Asian groups, you can tell by when they speak English. That's how you can tell. And just to get a feel for the Asians that are in the room tonight, do we have any Vietnamese people here tonight? Vietnamese people? All right, like one guy hiding upstairs too. Do ma! Any Koreans in the house? Koreans in the house? All right, that's 2 clothes dry cleaners. Nice. That's Filipinos? Where you at? I see you right there. I knew you guys are Filipino right away because you keep staring at the microphone like there's going to be karaoke after the show. I can see it too. I hope this Bombay hurries up with the show, please, because I want to get up there and sing. Putang ina, hurry! And Chinese people, where you at? Chinese folks? Nice. That's good, man. You can tell by when Asian groups are speaking English. That's how you can tell where they're from. I'll give you an example. Vietnamese people, you can tell when they're speaking English. You can tell they're Vietnamese because when they speak English, they speak it really fast, like they know it. But they end up speaking English so fast that it ends up sounding like Vietnamese all over again. I got cussed out by this Vietnamese guy. This is what he says to me. He goes, "Fuck you, K, you fucking blowjob." He called me a fucking blowjob. Have you ever been called a blowjob before? Do you realize if somebody calls you a blowjob, there's not one good comeback. There's nothing you can say that'll sound cool. You fucking blowjob? Yeah. So are you. That's why I like different cultures, different cultures, different words mean different things to them in English and in their language to ours, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from Toronto. In Toronto, there's a Vietnamese restaurant called Pho Phuc Lai. P-H-O-P-H-U-C-L-A-I. Pho Phuc Lai. I used to call there when I was a kid just to have the guy answer the phone, Pho Phuc Lai. Faux fuck lie. Doesn't it sound like a whole new level of lying? Hey, don't lie! That's a faux fuck lie! You fucking blowjob? You can tell when Koreans are speaking English, because when Korean people speak English, they sound like they're out of breath. Like just ran a marathon.
You don't make any jokes about the Koreans.
I learned how to count to 6 in Korean. It's not impressive, but it beats, learning how to swear in somebody's language, you know what I mean? We get mad. That's the first thing you do when you learn somebody's language. You learn how to curse, right? And then we get mad at people when they come here, and the first thing they learn how to do is swear at you. You know what I mean? We think, oh, that's so ignorant. Did you hear him? He walked in the store and he went, hello, you motherfucker. Well, that's what he learned, you know what I mean? I learned how to count to 6. It's not impressive, but I learned, and I'm not being a dick, I really did learn how to count to 6 from my dry cleaner. I did. I will drop my shirts off, and then she'll count them, and then I'll count along with her. So I learned, right? I did. Here, I'll count to 6. Ready?
Rana, Sira, Surya, Pura, Paiba, Shiksa.
Shiksa? Are you Jewish?
Face on Sunday, work on Monday, Tuesday's kind of a drag. Wednesday's a hummer, Thursday's a bummer, Fridays I'm half in the bag. Saturday evening, I'm still reeling from a 10-pack of Smirnoff Nibs. Now I can barely see your face, so put away those chains and whips. 'Cause I say, let's do it doggy style. Let's do it doggy style. Let's do it doggy style so we can both watch TV. January, February, April, May, June, July. August, September, October, November. Whatever happened to March? New Year's evening, I'm still reeling from a 12-pack of Miller beer. We're blocking the television, babe, and get your sweet ass over here. 'Cause I say, let's do it doggy style. Let's do it doggy style. Let's do it doggy style so we can both watch TV. Now Hee-Haw is my favorite program, and Flipper and the Simpsons ain't bad. Now I don't like the nanny, but I like watching her fanny. And Gloria's got so fat that it makes me sad. Yeah, that Ginger is a one hot tomato, but I think I prefer Marianne. Now if you don't wanna do it, hell with it, screw it. Just don't let me take matters into my own hands. Let's do it doggy style. Let's do it doggy style. Let's do it doggy style so we can both watch TV. Yeah, yeah. Let's do it doggy style. Come on, honey. Let's do it doggy style. Could you move your head just a little to the left? Doggy style. That's good. Watch TV. Let's do it
listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius XM.
And all the rest of you people can go straight to hell. Straight to
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. The last show before vacation. We're kind of, haven't figured it out yet. We're kind of screwing off. We got Patrice O'Neill in studio. Of course, Jim Norton. And now Chris Rock joins the program. What?
Am I on?
Yeah, now you're on.
This
Sorry.
thing on.
See, we can't even figure out which mic works the last day before vacation.
You realize it's just the same as like school. Remember in school before vacation or before you left for summer, nothing got
I
done?
know nothing about school.
It's exactly nothing.
School's for white people.
Well, I sure missed it.
Books and learning.
Maybe it was the Sicilian in me. I missed it, a lot of it. I just went for the first half to learn a little bit of math.
And some
English.
shop skills, and then and move on.
Better things to do.
Yeah.
This is Chris's first time here, and
This is my first time, yeah.
And him and Patrice were talking about something, and apparently he complimented Patrice, and I gotta say I didn't like it at all.
It was, let me say this. It was a weird thing. I'm sitting there the first part of the story. I thought somebody's just starting trouble, and I thought it's Chris.
Well, retell the story. I'll make believe I didn't hear this.
Well,
because it was really good.
I had to thank him because one comic said that Chris Rock said that you auditioned for Everybody Hates Chris as the father, talking about me, and said I was awful. I go, no, I was good in that audition. So Keith called me. Keith was there. So Keith goes, man, no. He didn't say that at all. He said you were great. And then he told me the real story. So
You were great. You just didn't know any of your lines. But you're very unprepared and very self-deprecating. But you were great. You were actually the best one that day.
I could have got the father, but I thought I knew my line. Put it this way: I always say in auditions, I gave myself a chance to get it, but I'm very aloof. In auditions, because I don't want to get too, like, I want it, or too, I don't want it. I went in.
So why try?
Him and Ollie.
Why try?
I was just saying, this is how I'm going to be as a father. But the word was, okay, he was the best, but he didn't get it because of some other stuff. But I was actually felt good about that.
Yeah.
That I was the best, but I.
So you finally got an opportunity to ask Chris if that was true.
Oh, you were great.
But well, here's the thing I heard is that I had an attitude, and I didn't. I know when I have an attitude. I'm not going to say I'm not an ass.
You didn't have an attitude. You came in. I feel like,
this is good.
an ass.
This is good stuff.
I feel like Mr. Slate. Like I'm Trump. The reason you were let go.
But I don't like to give.
Wait, let's hear his side.
Wait a minute, though. I don't like to give. Just to let me finish.
Let the man finish.
I don't like to give black bosses any less type of respect than white bosses. I don't want to look at Chris and go, Chris. And when I go into white things and I'm acting right. I went in there to try to be business, act right.
How many black bosses have you really been in front of? Really? You say it like there's so many black bosses out there.
You act like you're popular among white people. But when have you ever been like nice or diplomatic?
I want it to be the same, exactly the same.
Yeah. Well.
And
why don't you kiss up to Chris Rock? He's in the studio. You're self-destructive.
I'm not self-destructive. I go
Look who's telling you that. Right. I know a thing about being self-destructive. I think you're being a little self-destructive. You're being a little too cool for the room in front of Chris Rock.
Too cool? What are you talking about now?
Yeah.
But don't think me and Chris don't both know white tricks. This is not dividing culture. What is it? I basically said thank you for the compliment because I heard the compliment.
So
thank you.
Chris, his acting was good.
His acting was very good. His acting was very good. He just didn't know. He didn't know the part, and he was very. he was just killing himself. He was basically screaming, "Don't hire me."
Oh, Patrice! You know something?
That's the Patrice we know.
Sounds just like Patrice.
This is the man we know.
I swear to God,
absolutely sounds just like him.
I know when I'm being like that, but I
the guy that he went
wasn't.
against was like, "I'm ready to do this. I know every line." And he probably wasn't as good as Patrice, but he was so like, I will do everything you need to do, Mr. Rock.
Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not like it's a hit show, right?
Yeah, it's not like you see the bus boards and the billboards.
I saw your E! True Hollywood Story. You were the same way.
I was, and I straightened out.
Oh, all right. All right, that's his advice. All right, I'm gonna try.
You should learn from Chris.
I'm learning from Chris. I'm gonna learn now.
Terry Crews was great, but
Yeah.
you were really good.
How many seasons are you in on that show?
We're, I think, we just finished 3. Yeah, so we're going to start 4.
I have 4 seasons.
What do you do?
Is that why you asked him that question?
Actually, no, I never heard that story until you said that.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't rub it. I'm happy that I heard that.
Syndication money starts rolling.
I was wondering, when you go into a show with that stars like a kid, do you think, if we get a year out of this, we're lucky? And now you must start thinking, this kid's getting older.
He's really old, and his voice has changed, and he's shaving. And
yeah, it's like what?
Got hemorrhoids.
You get the Harry Potter problem.
Yeah, we got the. Well, I wish I.
Wow, that's some problem.
That's a good problem to have.
It happened with like the Wonder Years and stuff, where I think they go into it thinking, we're lucky if it's even on the air, and then it gets to the point where it's like, Dad, I'm home, and it's not quite the Wonder Years anymore. You know, it's not this innocent child thing. Now he's, driving and having sex.
Sleeping with his aunt.
Yeah. Exactly.
And his show, that Everybody Loves Chris, was one of the few ones that made the leap when they combined to make the CW and UPN closed down. And
that's right.
And like a couple others were the only ones that moved over to the new network.
Right. Yes, because all the shows were so great. They had to figure out what's going to make it.
That was just, you could hear the collective click of white people hitting the remotes on some of those shows. It's like, what? There's 4 girls and they're living together and they're working. I have no idea what that's about. Click.
Yeah.
I had no real interest in seeing that.
What? Why don't you just start it with, I'm a racist?
Yeah, I didn't say I'm a racist.
I like my shows with a black friend. That's what you're really saying. An occasional black friend is great on the show.
He has
black
one
cast.
He has one important scene every season. That's where I feel
Anthony goes,
is my safe zone.
Sticks from Happy Days. Give us Sticks. Look, what happened to those days?
Anthony goes, I'm not watching UPN Word.
I don't call it that. Jesus Christ. I just need something I can relate to a little. Us as humans, we just watching things we can relate to a little
Steve
more.
Nash. You want to see you getting
Just so Chris understands,
it's
Anthony.
like Nash, right?
Anthony is.
Yes. You root for Nash?
Right.
Of course you root for Nash.
Anthony's a big fan.
All white guys root for Nash.
Anthony's a big fan of the History Channel, but he likes to call it the Hitler Channel, just so you know
it's
who
the
you're
big
dealing
H
with
in
here,
the corner
Chris.
and stuff, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the era.
Right.
Keep of like
it's amazing Hitler can have a channel and OJ can't get a channel. OJ only killed 2 people. Nothing.
They're fascinated with Hitler.
Hitler gets a whole channel, network.
Every bit of film of that guy has been shown. Everything.
He's a drug addict now.
There's no Hitler outtakes.
Saw one the other day. Hitler went sandal shopping.
Yes.
Yeah, some rare footage.
A whole hour of Hitler.
They
picking
find
out
2
sandals.
lousy seconds of Hitler footage, and they make an hour out of it on the Hitler Channel.
OJ,
See, now I'm
nothing.
saying it. Nothing for OJ.
Nothing for OJ.
Hey, Chris is playing the Garden. We got to get the plug in, man. He's playing
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve. How cool is that, Chris?
Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve. Yes.
And Ticketmaster for tickets, and it's amazing to be doing that room. It's funny. I think we're off the air. We said this, but I'm like, is this? Are you doing there's 2 rooms? One
the
with
Little
5,000.
Garden. I'm doing the Dane Cook Garden.
Dane Cook Garden.
The Dane Cook Garden. Oh my
Renamed.
God. That is the elephant in the room too, because you're sitting there going, how do you ask somebody, are they playing the real garden or the other thing? But the other thing is 5,000 seats.
Still impressive. Yes.
Yeah, that's the mini garden.
Yeah, but whenever anybody says it, you
Then
go
I'm
like,
coming
oh.
back to the other garden the Little Garden in April, May.
Okay, so you're doing
4 nights.
in a 4 nights in the Jesus.
How come not do one big garden, because that adds up to 4 of the little gardens?
There's like insurance issues. Let me explain arena.
Yeah, you gotta look, Chris. You gotta explain that world.
I know when you're settling up at the Chuckle Hut at the end of the night.
I'm sitting
You sit there with the guy.
I don't know. I'm really asking. Like, I don't know.
From the Rainy Night House, and you're going over.
You ask it.
Tony Camacho has the check.
You asked him not to drop checks.
John Mulrooney is working with you.
You asked him not to drop checks.
Big up to Mulrooney.
Do they have wings at the garden?
We might have rings. I've been trying to get Kentucky Fried Chicken to give out 2 pieces at the end of the night. But
I wonder if you might make more doing 4 nights at the other one.
You can make more money, because the union is
very expensive. New York rooms are very expensive. I mean, I understand some of the big rooms.
This is all business stuff.
Not that, of course.
It's all business. Yes.
Something you don't know nothing about.
I'll be at Comics next week. I'm trying to sell 4 shows.
Patrice decided it was a good idea to get a website a mere 3 months ago. Remember all the times you would come on the show and like,
see,
you have a website
that's
to
how he
promote
didn't
yourself?
get the show. Exactly. That's how he did.
He doesn't know how to promote. He goes, I feel weird promoting.
Do you see him trying now?
You are trying.
Jesus.
Patrice's brilliance is as a comedian.
You're playing some big rooms now, right?
I'll get back to you. Yes, I'm actually, Chris. It's funny. As a businessman, it's time to plug myself. I'm doing maybe 1,000 is probably the max. 1,500.
Hey, you're out to clubs.
Yeah,
you made it.
Well, I mean,
that's the goal of every comic, is to get out of the Chuckle Huts.
My only goal, I swear to you, was to be famous enough to not have to do radio. That was it. Not that I want to be up now, but I mean, you know, I don't have to do radio, and I don't have to stay in the condo, in the comedian condo. That's all I wanted.
And you're on the road.
I wanted to be like Don Maera, George Wallace was like my goal.
He's been on the show a bunch. Funny
that was
guy.
my goal.
Yeah, shot past that.
We should talk about the condo thing. A lot of people out there don't understand. When you guys go to these cities, you have to stay in the same condo that other comics were in the week before.
The same sheets.
Right, because they're trying to just save. They're trying to save money, so these guys buy an actual condo.
Comedians are disgusting.
Right. I can't even imagine.
You got to share. Sometimes with. I've done so many gigs with a headliner in the middle act.
Sometimes you have to share. If you're not a headliner, you share the room with
some strange comic you barely know,
like damn near bunk beds.
Right.
It's like
Yeah, I've done that. I woke up one time. It was 3 comedians in a room, and I woke up and the 2 guys had left. We had like a 2-hour drive to the next gig. They just left a note like, "We'll meet you there." Dirtbags.
Hint.
You ever had that thing where you're at the club and they have the meal, the menu, and then there's the stuff the headliner can eat, but if you're an opener,
way.
You can't get shrimp.
The chintzy ass crap is that?
We don't. The middles can't get scallops. We're sorry.
You can have the chicken wings. Chicken wings for you.
I was doing a club recently up in Massachusetts, and they said that the MCs, the opening acts, couldn't get soda. I'm like, you don't give the guys. I can see alcohol.
You know what I don't like?
Wow. I saw one said, "Don't touch the waitresses."
Was that a problem?
You know what's bothering me about this conversation? That Norton and Chris Rock are having a nostalgic conversation that I still live.
If you had the right attitude, you're as funny as both of us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm funnier than you.
I guess it's trying to tell you this is an intervention for you, Chris Rock. We thought we were having Chris Rock to promote his New Year's gig, but it's really an intervention to get you on the right track.
How do people be able to move on from old school news? I'm not like that.
I'll tell you what it is. You're as a comedian. And
you're like Whitney Houston. You're going to have to be clean for 10 years before we buy it. Like, we supposed to just buy it now?
But she's looking good again.
I got to prove it to the public.
I need 4 crackless albums before I buy Club.
I'm going to have to be like Michael Vick after he gets out. Like, I'm going to take care of dogs.
You're going to work at a shelter. You got to pet every dog you see walking by.
You're going to have to shake hands with a few audience members as they walk out, thank the club owner for having you. Because it's not your act. People love your act.
People love your act.
It's who you are.
They hate you.
Garbage.
They just hate you as a person. This is your intervention. I've been waiting for this day.
There is no awful human beings. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I'm just, it just.
You just got a thing about you.
That's what it is.
I can name 10 guys you're
And
funnier
you know
than.
what? And Chris, you know what? This is how you know. This is how you
They're
know.
way more successful than you.
This is Chris is talking to me like a middle-aged white man. That's how middle-aged white people talk to me. You know I'm finished because Chris is like, look, my son, you need to work on this.
If you think it's just jokes, you got jokes are only half the battle.
This is, every conversation you have about Patrice goes to this. He's a funny guy.
This is years ago, Norton. This is in the mid '90s. This was I used to do this.
I met him. I hated Patrice. His pomposity. I met him, and he was like, "We're doing this hell gig for Jamie Duke. It was a college. I was opening."
You keep telling that story. I killed that room.
You
by the way.
didn't kill it.
It doesn't matter.
It's not about the comedy.
It's not about the jokes.
It's the delusion of who he is. I had maybe a 1. I
Help me help you. He's Rod Tidwell.
I like to see him sweat. It's rare you sweat on our show, man. All right,
I guess
a
it's
breather.
Deal. Nobody's got a bad thing to say.
No.
About as funny.
Just my essence stinks.
Before they trash you, they'll say things like, "Yeah, it's funny. Are you friends with them?" Like, no.
Patrice O'Neal will not be at the Garden. He'll be at the Undergarden.
Right. Chris Rock wants to make it perfectly clear. He doesn't want you tainting his garden appearance.
There's the 5,000,
Right.
there's the 20,000, and then there's the bathroom.
Oh, poor Patrice.
Hey, are you working with anybody in the Garden?
Jill Scott. Jill Scott for the ladies.
She's opening?
Yeah, she's opening.
Wow.
I don't know Jill Scott.
I don't either.
Okay.
I want to find out about.
If you're having sex with a black woman, you'd know.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
She's big.
Yeah.
Neo soul, as they used to call it. I don't know.
Oh, wait, she's the performer. She does music.
Yeah.
I knew. All right, I know who.
Oh, she's not a comic?
No.
Oh, you was thinking comedian Jill Scott.
I was thinking comedian Jill Scott. I've heard of Jill Scott.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I just know she's in music.
That's smart. Have music in front of you because this way you don't have to worry about somebody stepping on everything you want to talk about.
Exactly.
That's why Pryor did it with Patti LaBelle.
Exactly.
I'm going to start doing that music.
When I saw Dane Cook at the Garden, it was just him and a stool.
Yep.
No opening act, nothing.
Hour and a
Dane
half.
just came out.
Yeah.
That was. I'm like, wow, that's pretty pompous.
Hey,
Not even a warm up.
35 minutes of scream.
Right. Give us a band or something to hang out with for a while.
I hate working in the round. Not that I have an opportunity to do it. Believe me, I very rarely do
Shut
it.
up, stupid. You're not in the round yet.
Not even at
You can't
Westbury.
count the Westbury Music Fair.
I'm only doing half. Believe me, every time I'm in the round, there's a curtain. It's like, well, we thought it'd be more intimate. Curtain off and do half.
You're in the crescent.
And no one wants to see your back.
Hey, you were getting to something.
Oh yeah. When you hosted the Oscars, all we had to hear was from Rich Voss about how he was writing for Chris Rock. Good. Finally. And all I wanted to
He
do
might
is.
have got a couple in there.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he got
He bragged about that for
He got a couple like in
a
the,
year.
in the intros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All he was talking about, though, is, well, I gotta, get over and see Chris where I'm writing. It's like, what could you possibly be writing?
He would call us from L.A. in between writing sessions.
And just
make
talk
sure everyone
about that.
knew what he was
Yep,
doing.
Every time we talked to him, he had to bring that up.
Yeah.
And it's still one of his big credits.
How long after you hired Voss did you realize, all right, this was a mistake? He's a nice guy, but he contributes very little, and he's dumb.
Dumb as dirt.
He'd have some stuff.
I forgot you hosted, man. That was so great. It was so fun
It was
to watch.
so great they never called again.
Good, though.
What the hell is that about?
Wait. Did it again?
Hold on. I'll tell you what that's about. That means he did a great job.
As a comedian.
No, I'm serious.
You were a comedian doing
Right.
the Oscars. It was great to watch. Just smashing them. I loved that. That stupid Jude Law. Who is he? That was so great. And then Sean Penn, who's one of our finest. Shut your mouth.
One of our finer actors. And
It's like
boy, what a
Sean-
sense of humor that guy's got.
Chris will say it. So Sean should have taken take the joke.
Oh, what a
My
douche.
God.
It was just nice to see a comic doing that and not being polite to them, but really tearing the throats out.
Absolutely, it was great, man.
Thank you.
Could you hang for a
Patrice,
little
see
longer?
how I said thank you?
Wait a minute, let me practice.
That goes a long way, Patrice.
Thank you, Chrissy. I'm going to follow it. Let me just practice saying thank you to people. Just say something to me, Owie.
I don't have anything I can say to you.
It's okay.
Thanks anyway.
Hey, thanks anyway for. I'm trying to learn instead of going. Ugh.
This is Patrice, and you compliment him because he is a sweet guy, but he doesn't
want anyone to know that.
He doesn't know how to
he's got
get
that
love.
tough outer shell that you got to break through.
If you said, Patrice, that hosting job you did was so good that one time, shut up.
right. That's Patrice.
Patrice doesn't realize he doesn't realize he's a big black man. So he thinks he's going, hey, how you doing? But what we hear is
Ooga booga. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Ooga ba booga booga ba booga.
People who don't like Patrice hate him. Because he gets the people, because if he teases you, he's loud. You're not going to be louder than he is. And
I never realized he couldn't take a compliment properly, because I had complimented you on your appearances on The Office, even though they were very brief, but you were very good.
Can I tell you really quickly
people
why?
always, when they write for Patrice, they make sure they can write him out, too. I don't know how this is going to work.
They need an out for this character.
Put a pre-existing medical condition in the character description.
It starts off with diabetes in the show.
He's boisterous with a heart condition.
Just in case. That fun-loving, weak-hearted man.
It starts off with diabetes and a doctor's appointment. First episode.
First episode. You could go into a coma in season 2.
They don't want to lose a minute of production time.
If you're lucky. Oh, man.
Actually, Arrested Development, too. I loved that show.
I think I got thrown out of there for the same reason.
Why?
I don't think I said thank you.
Yeah, see, that's your problem.
What are you going to do? I don't. What are you? Just.
Hey,
see? Just
Really?
be nice.
I think we only. You have to be somewhere. We only have you for another 10 minutes or so.
Whatever you need, I'm here.
Can we take a quick break and then continue?
For you? Sure.
Oh, wow. And he doesn't like doing radio, so that's a compliment.
Who does?
Do that
Jesus
one more time,
Christ.
Chris.
That's too early.
Do that one more time. Just
For you?
See, I know.
See, there was nothing in me to even know to say that.
That was just acting, though.
But it was.
That wasn't sincere. That was just acting.
No, but I know. That's what he's saying.
All right, listen.
For you, sure.
Quick break.
Chris Rock at the Garden. Just a quick plug. Ticketmaster. Obviously, it's a New Year's Eve show. It's an amazing place. You're already in the city. So if you go to the show, it's like what, 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
You're out by like 10:30. You can,
No.
Right up.
We're gonna do.
Oh, you bringing the New Year?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Are you gonna rock it?
Wow, that's
Cool.
a long show. Okay, great.
The other
Stay
thing.
there.
I love. First of all, let me just say something very subtle that Jimmy slipped in there.
Yeah.
He goes, Chris Rock playing the Garden. You're already in the city. See, in other words, it's like don't drive from Long Island,
where I'm going to be,
where he's going to be, and go to the city.
Can I say that?
Where are you playing?
I'm doing Westbury Music Fair.
Don't brag.
Hey, we got to take a quick break. Really fast. I do want to say that I'm a huge fan of your comedy CDs, and I had no idea you had a CD out until literally a minute ago.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? It's like
This
a
is the
greatest
hits.
It's called
Greatest hits.
It's called The Greatest Bits. Chris Rock, Cheese and Crackers. So check that out as you're doing your holiday shopping, right? Or download it from iTunes, whatever you want to do.
Greatest hits is out. Perfect for the holiday.
All right,
Perfect gift.
more with Chris Rock. We got Drew Boogie playing us to break. It's Opie and Anthony.
Let's hear it for Flavor Flav! Flavor Flav.
Let's do this shot.
Everybody say, everybody say, everybody say, everybody say, everybody say, everybody say,
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show in studio. Chris Rock, we're really excited that he's sitting in here with us. Louis C.K. became a friend of our show in the last year.
Good man.
Thanks to Jim Norton. And we've been telling Louis, you got to help us get Chris Rock in studio. So I'm glad it's finally happening, man. He's promoting his New Year's Eve show at the Madison Square Garden, which is
The big garden.
Very
the real
sweet.
garden.
Yes.
Dan Cook Garden.
The Knicks Garden.
Oh,
Knicks
boy.
Garden.
Hey, and the tour kicks off in February. You can go to chrisrock.com. And I forgot about this, too. You were voted the 5th best comic of all time by Comedy Central. And I know, like, voting in the polls.
That might be good or bad. Who was ahead of you? Was Yakov Smirnoff ahead of you?
Top, Bobby Slayton,
Pryor, Carlin,
Herrera,
Pryor, Carlin,
Joe
Woody,
Bolster.
Woody Allen?
Yeah, Woody was.
Wait.
Where was Bill Cosby at?
Bill Cosby was I want to say number 8.
Oh, I'm not better than Cosby.
I think you are actually. I'm not. I like Cosby, but I like the fact that you attack socially. And Cosby is a
Why
great
is
comedian.
Pryor undisputed number one? You think?
Pryor,
I mean, he
Pryor's
is number one.
I like Cosby and Pryor. They're like 1 and 1A to me, but you know.
That's me and Pryor and Carlin. Is
And
one
Carlin. That's like okay. That's the big three.
I like Cosby, but I don't like him better than I like Pryor. I don't like him better than Carlin. I don't like him better than I like you. Only because as great as he was and as great a performer he is and as brilliant as he is, he doesn't attack social stuff. You always, and I like this about you, always, like we were talking about Michael Vick one night at the Cellar. And Chris wasn't even doing a bit, but just the angle you seem to hit these things from is always like, oh, all right. That's always an interesting point of view.
Poor Michael Vick.
I would have loved to see him play this year, man. That would have been so much fun.
We're getting ready for the playoffs right now. I watched the game this year. A guy got paralyzed, and they kept playing.
Yeah?
So you can paralyze a guy, but if you kill a dog, you can't play.
You think he'll be back next year?
A man can't walk. Fine.
Lay him in the middle of the field, put a 50 on him.
Yeah.
Part of the game.
He was shaking, convulsing. They gave him a penalty for taunting in the end zone. Michael Vick kill some dogs.
That's the social commentary you're talking about right there, Jim.
It was really, but it was really an interesting point of view. And I'm not going to give away the bit, but it's something about how they arrest you if you go, like, you know, the bathroom in the park, and they have parks, just places for the dogs to go to the bed. It's just really great.
That is great.
And just in conversation, I was like, God, that's great.
I got to ask Chris about India. You just got back from India?
I did I'm shooting a weird documentary, my Borat-ish movie about black women and hair weaves, and and hair weaves come from India. But, okay, I'm not making this up. India, you get off the plane, and you go to baggage claim, and in baggage claim was a big pile of SHIT. And I didn't see an animal anywhere. And that was probably the most pleasant smell in my 6 days there.
Wait, there was a pile of crap at baggage claim in India. Did it say hors d'oeuvre under it?
So that's all you need to know.
Wow.
Yeah,
But the people were pretty nice. But every now and then there'd be some crap on the ground.
Did you just expect to get some kind of disease, or at least like spend a lot of time on the bowl?
It's weird. Every time you drink water, you have to bring your own water, and sometimes people would try to give you water and tell you it was boiled. And I kind of lived off Pop-Tarts and peanut butter for like 4 days, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd be afraid to eat anything or to.
It was, I put it this way, I spent my last 2 Christmases in Africa, and it ain't nothing. Africa is Hershey, Pennsylvania, compared to India.
Wow.
Why Africa? You just you doing gigs?
Well, I went, you know, Oprah called up and then went down there for the opening.
When
of the
Oprah
school.
calls, you got to go.
Yeah, Patrice was on the list. Didn't check his email.
You see how he knows about self-destruction? I'm trying. How come you can't give me the same? Everybody changes. Don't check his email. That had nothing. That's what Chris used to do. And he still has that thing because he spelled the word fully that he didn't say. He spelled it out.
He knows how to do radio.
That's what I'm saying. He knows that.
He doesn't like doing radio, but he knows how to do it.
Oh, man. That's funny.
I don't like waking up.
I
got
know.
no problem with radio.
Yeah.
Sleeping late.
You want to be famous enough where when you go to Florida, Miami, and they say Chris Rock's coming, you want the show to be sold before you get there, so you don't have to go and sell it in the morning.
Hey, you know,
That's
Bobby Slayton, Dom Herrera, Bobby Collins. That's all I wanted.
But we were saying at the break though, Chris Rock is
Bobby Collins' career. That's what I want. Bobby Collins packs them in there. Everybody's happy.
Right.
They're always happy.
That's
Always
all
got
you
that
wanted?
Bobby Collins show.
Let me ask you this.
Damn.
Now you think there's a is there a difference? There's a difference between white fame and black fame, right?
Yeah, and Puerto Rican fame.
But I'm saying you've been black
Asian
famous
fame.
for how long? How much longer than you've been like?
Yeah, these guys
all
had this
famous?
discussion during the break. Patrice looks at Chris Rock and goes, "You've been black famous for over 20 years."
Guess so, but You could make 1,000,000 black people laugh, but one white man will make you rich.
That's true. Bernie Mac, right? Wasn't Bernie Mac very famous before he got
Ultimately, it'll be some white guy. I think you're funny.
Yeah, you're hysterical. Here's a check. Well, when you
I think you're hilarious. You're a guy to change your life.
But everyone
But
knew who
Bernie
you
Mac-
are by SNL, from Saturday Night Live and stuff. And
enough to get in a club.
Yeah, and then after that, you kind of went on. You kept things going. You're in a couple of movies, and then you did your stand-up. Just put you over the top, man.
Brought me back.
Yeah.
Just trying to hang in there.
Yeah, just trying to hang in.
You know who's black famous? Mike Epps is black famous. Like
He's
most,
moving into he's in
most
Resident
white
Evil,
people,
and
they know kind of
White
know who
people
he
know
is.
Mike Epps.
But
Young
not like-
white kids know Mike Epps
If you,
from the Fridays.
maybe young
movie.
guys do, especially from the Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
If you say Mike Epps to most people, they don't know who he is. But yet he still does.
like Tracy Morgan's white famous, but he was
Yeah.
black famous when he was on Martin playing Hustle Man.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Notice that that behavior works for Tracy. Won't work for you.
Yeah, I don't know how Tracy.
Only one black man can behave like Tracy at a time.
I don't even understand.
Only one crazy Negro in Hollywood.
I don't
Tracy.
understand that. How Tracy gets and keeps work.
I think he's lovable.
He's
That's what it is.
insane.
No.
The guy's a madman.
But who's funnier than Tracy Morgan?
I know.
He really is a
Can any
funny
of us
guy.
in this room go, yeah, I'm funnier than Tracy Morgan? I can't say that.
If you're ever standing in a room with that guy, he will be the center of attention, and you'll be
That
laughing
guy
your ass
is
off.
Always funny.
Yeah.
I bring it up a lot. I went and saw him at Caroline's, and he decided he needed to show the front row his.
Somebody go
his-
get pregnant tonight.
right. But he decided not to do comedy anymore, and he was obsessed with showing girls his private area. Let's just put it that way. For a half hour, I'm like, he's never going to be in Caroline's ever again.
I want you to have my daughter.
And sure enough, 3 months later, he's back there and selling out the
Tracy
club.
never
let you
possibly
down.
be the funniest dude you ever like.
He's one of the funniest guys.
We love when he comes on the
He's
show.
like,
we just can't figure him
Black.
out.
Chris Farley was just like that. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this uncontrollable, oozing.
We miss
funny.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, anyone that's talked about him has said, like, even just hanging out in a room with him, you'll be laughing your ass off. The guy was always on.
Always.
Wasn't the 10-year, they call it anniversary, which I think's weird, but it was 10 years, right, that he passed? I think that just passed.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I miss him, man.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
You done any stuff because you seem to make a lot of good choices with shows and stuff. You done any stuff?
I think so.
Yeah, man. As far as like the HBO show and the stand up, and then you segue into movies. I mean,
Trying to stay in the business, man.
doing well though. I mean, Lethal Weapon 4. I mean,
Try to say no sometimes.
I've
You
never
can actually
said no.
say no.
I've never said no.
You say no enough time. See, the people that work with you want to make money. So they'll come back with something.
I love how he's downplaying his career in front of us. He's a
Come back. If
monster.
you say no, you'll be
Rock's a
amazed.
monster.
They'll come back.
Is there any that you wish? Is there
Like
any?
they live off of 10% of what you make.
Oh no, they don't. My managers live off of what Robin Williams makes. I'm in the tax write-off
Category.
Like they were trying to help this kid.
They need a couple of bombs.
Yeah, believe me, they're not living off what I'm making. Do you is there anything that you did that you wish you didn't do?
Not really. I mean, there's stuff that, you watch and go, ooh, maybe.
But it was a learning experience.
Yeah, but you end up being a learning. Sometimes things end up being a learning experience. Sometimes you get good relationships if you come on time and
You ever
don't
say,
don't
you
hit
ever
the
say,
pipe.
You ever
Remember
say
your
no?
lines.
I did a movie with this movie called Bad Company that didn't go great, but I met Jerry Bruckheimer and there's a relationship there, and Anthony Hopkins and Kerry Washington, all these people, and it was
You ever said no to anything that you go, oh man, I should have said yes to that?
Really?
You ever say no to something that somebody else became famous from you saying no?
I love those stories.
What did I say no to? I'm not even sure. A lot of stuff just dies in the
In the process.
I don't want to, because some of us say no to it is like they bombed, and you're like,
Yeah.
people have child support payments to make. I don't want to judge anybody. It's like I knew that movie was going to suck.
You announced at Live Earth that you're doing a Ricky Gervais movie. Were you kidding or no?
I was kidding.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I was kidding.
Even
I'll do a movie. I love
We
it.
just had him on the show the other
He's
day.
funny.
Yeah.
he's great.
Speaking of which, you're going to go over to London and perform?
Yeah. Right after the New Year. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of.
Comedy's a lot different over there, no? I hear that all the time, but
I hear. I've been on stage over there. I never like really did gigs there. So, but I've been on stage and stuff seemed to work.
Right.
They'll all know who you are there, though. So you want to go to London a little bit famous before.
Not really.
No?
You can
They're
make a
10
name for
years
yourself.
behind us in
Remember
funny.
Leary? Leary went over there, not famous, and came back, made a name for himself.
Rich Hall.
Yeah.
Rich Hall.
Rich Hall.
Who's still huge over there, right?
Yeah, he does theaters.
He's massive in London?
He's big as Otis Lee Crenshaw over there now. He does this singing kind of cowboy dude. Yeah, he's big.
Get out of
he's
here.
He's a household name over there, Rich Hall. Otis Lee Crenshaw, he's as big as you can get over there.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it, like a parody of Idiotic Americans?
No, he's like a redneck kind of thing, and he sings these songs and parodies, and and he's famous.
Is he kind of like Larry the Cable Guy with songs?
It's Larry Cable Guys. Yep. Yes, it is. Yep.
So he just ripped off Larry the Cable Guy.
I won't say that. Is that the right thing to say?
Say it. You can say it.
Look at Patrice trying. I like it.
I wouldn't say that, but no, I don't think
Wow,
he
now
did.
you're
It's
burning
not-
a bridge with...
If you listen to this, unless they edit it...
Oh, we'll edit it, trust me.
to make it sound like... I'm saying he does this dude, but I would say it's Cable Guy-ish, but it's not him. It's just like this...
Yeah.
This, he's more like a I don't know. Nigga.
Get her done.
Here's why I get frustrated. I don't know.
I like Larry.
I'm just saying, he's kind of...
Peace to Larry the Cable Guy. Everybody go to his gig.
Yeah.
He's playing New Year's
Hey,
somewhere.
Chris, what was your story of the year? It's the end of the year here. What's the one story that made you go, this was a good year?
You know my favorite story, and I'm just sad that they didn't stay on it long enough, was the astronaut in the diaper was my favorite of the year. That was my favorite,
Was she
hands down.
She had to do some damage so bad that she needed to wear that diaper for that long ride.
You know, I always say it's like that could never happen with a guy. A guy could put on the diaper. A guy could get in the car, but he ain't driving 10,000 miles. A guy within a mile and a half, he gonna see another girl. Look at that bitch. He's gonna pull over. He's not gonna make it that long.
Yeah, she was on one of those stalker missions, man.
Oh, she's my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put on a diaper.
And just being an astronaut,
diaper.
all the work it takes to become an astronaut, and then you just shoot it to hell by putting a diaper on it.
Diaper in
having
a
like
car.
a ball-peen hammer and some pliers. I don't know what the hell she was going to do. Some duct tape.
You know how well you have to bang a woman for her to go to the bathroom in her own pants to get your rival? Like, you really have to be
You
good
would
in
think
bed.
she'd want it to be nice and fresh when she saw it.
That was the take. You actually feel good about that. You rode all the way here to kill my girl in a diaper? Shit. Thanks, baby.
Oh, that is a great story. That one is Michael Vick.
Two girls, one cup.
Two Girls, One Cup is a
Have you
great
seen
one.
it?
What's Two Girls, One Cup?
Oh,
We don't have it
Jesus.
here,
We just don't have
Wish-
time,
wish
unfortunately.
we had it here.
Wow. I'm surprised you don't know
It's a video that's just gone completely viral on YouTube, and it's two girls,
Right.
one cup, and one girl fills the cup with a lovely thick treat.
Yeah, she could have got it from baggage claim in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two girls, one cup,
Yeah.
and India. Just
And
put
they-
those all together.
They both share it.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's great.
It is. We're like short timers left in the nom when it comes to that. We're like the short timers in the nom. We've seen it so many times. We just watch and go, ha, ha, ha. But when we get somebody new and that hasn't seen it, we enjoy them just going, oh, I can't look. Oh, jeez. Oh.
But everyone,
It is on like
And still, I can't believe it.
a human level. You can't watch it.
Yeah,
it's
really
just
dull.
it's just why are they
Is this
doing
a porno?
No.
this? I think it was
It is
supposed to
actually,
be in
Yeah.
some places of the world.
It did nothing to me at all.
but mainstream culture has checked this video out. It's not just like guys like us. that
Two
are
girls,
interested.
it's,
one cup.
It's
Yeah.
so big that they don't have. It's hard to find the actual video. You just have. If you type it up, it's just people watching it.
Yeah.
And you're not
Yeah,
seeing
now it's people's reaction to watching it that people are watching.
Two Girls, One Cup. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah.
It's easy.
It's a good one.
TwoGirlsOneCup.com.
I've just never,
Do you troll around looking
I
at
troll
videos?
around in the internet. I never press, SHIT.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never.
Just kinda
I've
end
never
up
been
in-
that. I've never been that.
Chris, for your viewing pleasure,
Well,
just before
here
we
it
go off
is.
the air.
If you want to take
Starts off with a
quick
nice
look.
scene, girl on girl action, and then you get.
No!
Oh, they ever step it up?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Come on,
Oh, they
Chris.
step it up. They step it up.
Don't be a rookie. Come on. Look at that. Come on.
They really step it up. God, they step it up.
That's our favorite part. Come on, look. There you go.
There it is.
We just want to make sure you don't forget your time on the Opie and Anthony show.
2 girls, 1 cup. Why indeed?
Why?
You're not gonna forget us, right, Chris?
Why? That was wonderful.
Where do you get those girls?
That makes me breathe better
You
when
know,
I see that video.
I think I found a new opening act.
It's an icebreaker, all right.
Well, that's our music. We got to get out, unfortunately. Let's not forget Patrice O'Neill comics next week.
Yes, Comics.
28,
Next,
29.
How many seats is that place?
PatriceO'Neill.com.
Chris Rock will be there ridiculing me. Come down and see.
You can play Town Hall.
And comics.com with an X.
Please.
For the Patrice O'Neill info. Jim.
He's at the Westbury. Patrice should be at the Westbury Music Fair.
Yeah, I'm North Fork on New Year's Eve. If you're
Yes.
out there, if you're in the city here, Chris Rock is at the Garden on New Year's Eve with Jill
Scott.
Scott, and they bring in the New Year there too in the Garden. Go to Ticketmaster.
And at midnight, Biz Marquis coming out and singing Umbrella.
Biz Marquis.
That would be something I would want to see.
Yeah.
ChrisRock.com.
And his greatest hits CDs in stores now. It's Cheese and Crackers from Chris Rock.
Chris Rock's greatest hits.
Chris, I hope you come back. We had a lot of fun, man.
This was right.
We do a little hang here. We try to do it a little different than most.
The video
most
was a bit much.
Yeah.
But you're not
I'm
gonna
gonna apologize for
How you
that.
gonna
But
top that?
Are you going to forget us, though?
I can't forget you.
That's our goal with this whole thing. All right. The great Chris Rock. What else can we say?
Thanks to the audience for a great year, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
oh yeah, look at that.
We'll all do the hang at Jim Norton's show, and some will be at the Chris Rock show, obviously. And then my brothers join F.H. Riley's 400 New York Avenue after Jim's show in Huntington Village. We'll all
Hey
be
guys,
there.
thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah, whatever.
There you go.
That's good, though.
No, it's not. I miss filthy, awful people. I don't like this nerd.
Nerd. All right, we got to get out of here. We're going to go over to XM, and Chris, it was a pleasure, really. Thank you.
Oh, I can't be on the cursing show, huh?
You want to go over there?
I got.
You can't see me.
Can you see my earlobe?
I can't see nothing now, but
Can you see my ear canal?
no. Why are you in your ear canal?
I'm not getting one.
What?
I'm not getting one.
On what?
Tonight's the new Gator Boys.
Tonight's a what?
The new Gator Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's coming on right now. Season premiere.
Season premiere Gator Boys? Maybe I'll watch it. The show's
Gator Boys, and then Finding Bigfoot afterward.
Finding Bigfoot.
Yeah, they go out and search for Bigfoot in the woods. It's an awesome show.
Well, the show's over in 10, 20 minutes. My show's over. We're live right now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And Belle's up. I don't know what happened. She went to bed a little too early.
No shit.
Missed the mark again.
I hate that. I did that yesterday. I did that like 2 days ago.
And she's so peaceful when she falls asleep. My old lady gets so mad at me when I do it, but like if I wake her up, she just gets pissed.
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully she'll fall back to sleep.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, whatever, man. So, whatever. Bail. It's alright. At least you made an attempt. At least you got online for a second.
I did.
You did. You're a good friend. You could have
Alright,
just...
I'll call you tomorrow, faggot.
Alright, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alright, try not to be too gay.
Alright, I'll try my best.
Alright.
Peace. Try not to be too gay. What? You're not tired anymore? Where's my Joe Seeker? Oh, here he is. Let's call up Joe. Tell him I'm out of the shower. I'll unmute that for in a second, okay, Val?
Hello?
I'm all cleaned up for you, honey.
You all cleaned up for you, sweetie?
Yeah. We're back live. We only got like 20 minutes left of the show, but that's okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm all right.
We're
I'm
okay.
All right, Bobby, that you finally decided to include me in your life again.
Isn't that nice of me?
You just put me on the back burner.
When? When I went to take a bath? Did you want to come with me?
I might have.
I tried to say hi to you in the chat, tell you I was thinking of you, I was taking a bath, and you ignored me.
In my chat?
Yeah. Go read it.
Oh, I should probably listen to my own show.
Yeah. Maybe you should work on that.
The following feature may contain references to sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that. I like that.
You like that, do you?
Yeah.
I made that. That's me.
That's you? Good accent.
Well, that's my Mark Fox impersonation.
Very good. Sounded just like him. All right, I gotta take mute off and shut my studio door. So, entertain my audience for me, will you? Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna do a puppet show.
All right.
Hi, I'm Safety Pete. Let's see who's been in my chat today. James Andrew. Hi. Music Old Time 105.5 FM. Hi. How are you? I'm awesome, bitches. I'm awesome.
Okay, I'm back.
There.
Did you read me? In the
It was
chat?
awesome while you were gone.
Huh? I heard you.
I thought your ratings go up.
I did too. I felt them sore.
Too bad you fired me from your show.
I did not. Never.
Well, anybody that listens to your show, Bobby, I'm sure they heard it. You played it a couple times.
I played no such thing where I fired you. I simply listen. When I blocked you, it was just to try to prevent any collateral damage that you may cause while you were mad at me.
Yeah, that's the way I am. That's the main reason why I don't believe everybody should have a gun. Because I'm one of them guys that when I lost it, I would shoot a bunch of people.
Right.
And then once I calmed down, I'd be like, oh, man.
Oh, I shot Bobby right in the head.
I gotta stop shooting my friends. I lose so many friends that way. They would have strung me up years ago and shot me, Bobby. Years ago.
Right in the head.
Yeah, posse. That posse would have got me.
Posse. That's what I was saying. You were talking about earlier about the laws and stuff. There was lawless West. Well, they had the posses. You got too out of control and shooting people in the back and shit. The posse would go get you.
Would they?
Yeah, the posse would go get you. They'd hang you.
Posse did go get people they were scared of.
They didn't. The West wasn't. The hangings weren't for the blacks. I don't think it was for anyone out of control. Wasn't like the South,
They didn't go chasing guys they were scared of.
Fuck, they didn't. That's why it was a posse, so they could, get the outnumbers. But then the only bad thing back then was, then they had the gangs, and some of them gangs were pretty big, huh? They had some large numbers there.
They had They had to come up with agencies like fucking the FBI to catch the gangsters and stuff, man. The bank robbers and shit, because fucking they couldn't keep up.
I don't think I would have lasted too long if I was back then.
You'd be my sidekick.
Yeah? How long do you think we would have lasted with you? Would you fucking freaking the fuck out on everybody?
I let my fucking guns do my talking, Bobby.
Well, I don't want to brag, but I'm pretty good with a gun, you know. Believe it or not.
My sidekick.
I'm a pretty good aim. Even my own family would like to beg to differ, but I'm pretty good with a gun. They just don't want to be. They don't want to believe that an idiot like me could outshoot them, because in their mind, it takes someone with brains to pull a trigger.
Yeah.
So they can't wrap their mind around it that, you know, my dumbass who doesn't know his own name and don't know what 3 + 3 is can shoot a gun, because the hard truth is anybody can shoot a gun. You know, with a little bit of practice.
Bang, bang, motherfuckers.
With a little bit of practice.
Bang.
And a little bit of practice, anybody can be good at it.
Bobby Bang Bang.
But I had natural talent. See? And they didn't like that, because they'd be out there hunting every day, shooting the range every day. I'd go out, smoke a couple joints, come back, and fucking out. Bang, pow, pow, pow! Shoot the cans right off. Although, 2 out of 3 skis is what my average is, and that's no marksman. But it's not bad for someone who just doesn't really practice, you know?
That's not bad for someone like you.
Right. I don't think so at all. 2 out of 3 every time. It's a guarantee. I had to bet on it. Every time I get to shoot 2 out of 3. Every time. I'm not missing 2 of them out of the 3. Pull! Pull! And then the third one, for some reason, I think it's because that, like, I'm a pussy, and the backlash, like, hurts my shoulder, and by the third one, I miss it every time. Even when I took my test. And that's the thing, I had to take a test and everything, you know? I had to take a test. And I don't even think I can go out and buy a gun, but I can hunt. Legally, I can hunt with a gun.
I often thought I'd like to see you hunt with your spear with the fork on the end.
I don't know how good I'd be at that, but I could shoot a squirrel from 50 yards away with a BB gun, right in the head. Done it.
50 yards with a BB gun?
Oh yeah, I shot him out. I was out the window, and I shot him, and I felt bad too, because, you know, I was told never to waste anything, but I was drunk, and they didn't think I could do it. So the squirrel was playing on the tree over there, and I got the BB gun out. I popped him, and he fell down off the tree, and they're like, "Whoa, Bobby did it! Whoa!" So I'm like, "All right, let me go get him." I went and got him. I put him on the porch, and I was gonna skin him and stuff, and then cut him up. But all I had was a carpet knife, because I was doing carpet at the time. Very hard to skin a squirrel with a carpet knife. I don't know if you ever tried.
I would love to have watched that.
Oh man, it was a mess. So I got I got the blood sticking to me, and now the hair is sticking to me, and I'm to the carpet knife. Now I got squirrel hair all on my fucking carpet and knife. Trying to skin this thing, and I was drunk, and I'm like, I'll get him later. And it was really cold out, so like, we kind of just froze stiff, and it got ruined. I had to go bury him. So that was a waste.
I had to go bury him.
Because I went to go get a beer, and I kind of got distracted, and by the time I got out there, it's no good then, you know? And the thing about squirrel is it's just not worth it. The meat to get out of it, it's the work you have to do to get squirrel meat, it's just not worth it, you know?
At least.
Well, I've decided that I'm going to start eating nothing but seal meat.
Seal meat. Yeah. You're not into the hunting, but you'll sure go out and club a seal, won't you?
Well, club me a seal, yeah, with a board with a nail in it.
Is that what they do?
That's what I do.
That's what you do?
I do it different.
Now, on a serious note, can you go out there and do that legally?
No, you can't, Bobby.
Now it's iffy?
No, because the fucking Europeans and Pam fucking Anderson don't like it.
Pam Anderson?
Leave the seals alone.
Really? Pamela Anderson is the one stopping you from killing seals? That bitch. I knew there was something wrong with her. I knew there was something I didn't like about her. Are seals good eating?
They say that the meat, seal meat's like fucking really, really good and shit.
Never ate one? Because you're saying they say, so.
No, I've never eaten it. I would eat it in a fucking heartbeat.
How do you live in Canada and never have seal meat?
I don't. The same as I think your vision of, like, remember how your vision of like Australia and all that is a little construed about what that's actually like.
Oh yeah.
I too think your vision of Canada is a little.
So it's not like you can go open the door and there'd be a seal just sitting there in the front yard. Because that's how I picture it.
I don't get to dodge the polar bears to get to the store or nothing.
Well, I mean, because in my defense, we don't have seals, we don't have things like that. But what we have, if you're out in the even the suburbs sometimes, but like if you're out if you're near the woods, you're going to see a deer.
Bobby, where I live is pretty much the same as where you live.
But you got meese. You got moose, right? Mooses.
No, you'll find that it's the same.
No mooses running around about.
You guys shot all yours, that's why.
Moose? We shot all our moose? I don't think so. I don't think we ever had moose.
Used to have bears too, grizzly bears.
No bears. No, I mean, maybe we used to have bears, but I've never seen a bear. Yeah, I'm sure if you go out in the mountain, I mean, because you can go out in Pennsylvania and see a bear, and that's not far from here. There's not even that real big deer here, like where I live. It's kind of, I mean, it's not much going on here where I'm at, even in the woods. The deer are quite small.
Bears are dangerous.
Huh?
Bears are dangerous. My grandfather told me when I used to go hunting, and I asked him to shoot a bear if I ever see one. He said anywhere you can until it stops moving.
My brother got a bear. He used to hide his drugs in it. The bear meat. He used to hide the drugs in the bear meat for a little while, so his mother wouldn't catch him because she'd been snooping his room. So the only thing he thought of doing was, the bear meat was wrapped up, so he would hide it in the bear meat.
The bear meat.
Hide it in the bear meat. Yep.
I like bear.
I never had bear, actually, I don't think.
It's greasy.
I would think. Kind of, they're fat fucks, fat. I've had deer, I've had pheasant, I've had, wild turkey.
Cock.
Some cock-a-doodle-doos.
Lots of cock.
No, not lots of cock. No cock, actually, buddy. That's just your freakish fantasy.
Face full after face full after face full of cock.
No one's shooting loads in my mouth, pal.
Face full of cock all the time.
Squirrel, rabbit, blue jay.
Ate a Blue Jay once with
What
some
do you
eggs.
want for your birthday, little Bobby? I want a face full of cock, Ma. Can you give me a birthday clown that'll fill my face full of clown cock?
Clown cock. That's amazing. Clown cock. You gotta love clown cock. Listen. If I had to have any cock.
No homo.
No homo, but if I had to have any cock, it would be clown cock. That's all I'm saying. If I had to pick cock, it'd be clown cock. Just how it sounds. It's amazing. I guess we should do the news before we go. You know, we're here to learn here on Uncle Bobby Radio, and we got to report the news. It's very important.
Live from the Uncle Bobby Radio Newsroom, this is What's News.
Today's news is brought to you by sunsentinel.com, Florida. Get it, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Man, 91 years old, crashed car through garage and into home. Holy shit. Got pictures right here. It's amazing. Now, what do you feel about that? Do you feel there should be a law for the old people that drive? I know you're into writing laws, so I was wondering your...
yeah, but it's never gonna be.
Why not? Why wouldn't there be? All these accidents? They might be mulling it over.
All them accidents, all that insurance, all that fucking everything that goes on.
I think they should at least, like, what is it normally? I mean, the laws are different everywhere. We're on the internet. Your law is different than my laws when it comes to driving and renewing your license. But I think it's like you have to go renew your license every 10 years and whatever. And I think it should be upped when you're older. When you hit like 75, you should have to retake the test every 5 years, I think, honestly. Because say you're 75 years old and you just renewed your license. Now you got 10 years, at least in this state, in America, in my state, this 75-year-old woman or 75-year-old man has 10 years before they have to even, go and renew their license or their eyes or anything like that. And that's the biggest thing, their eyes. And how about their goddamn sanity? And you hear it all the time, little old ladies getting stuck on the train tracks. They're just driving around, they don't know where the fuck they're going. My grandmother's eyes were horrible, but she had enough sense not to drive at night. She wouldn't drive at night. But some don't have enough sense. And plus, if you're like old timers or whatever's going on with you, and you're trying to be independent, and you got to go somewhere, or you just want to go somewhere, you get in the car, and now you fucking having an episode where you don't remember where the fuck you were going. Something's got to be done.
Well, I never realized you had such a hatred for old people.
I have a hatred for old people that can't fucking drive. Get up the goddamn road.
You're a bit of a dick.
Deputies got a call Wednesday afternoon after a car driven by Aura C. Tiffany, 91 years old, crashed through a Port Charlotte home. What if there was a fucking baby in there? The car crashed through the garage. She's lucky it was the garage. Okay? Garage door and into the house, coming to rest in the laundry room, according to... Now, what if the baby was sitting on there, the mom had the baby sitting on there in the dryer, and they were all in there doing laundry, and this fucking 90-year-old cunt comes plowing through her fucking laundry room and kills her baby?
What if the mother was in there with the baby on top of the dryer, and the mother was like snorting meth off the top of the washer? And she didn't have any panties or pants on.
That's irrelevant. Whether she was snorting meth or not, her baby was safe on top of the dryer until Granny come plowing through her fucking thing, and now she spilled her crank. That's expensive shit. That shit ain't cheap. God, inconsiderate old people.
Admit, my version was better.
Well, the no panties. You can't beat no panties. First of all, she had no panties on. You know why she had no panties on, Joe, right?
Look how much better meth makes Breaking Bad.
She had no panties on because she was washing it. So if you're wondering why she had no panties on, that's why she was washing them. You know, they got stained.
Think Mark will ever forgive me?
For what? Do you want him to?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think you really did anything wrong. Not to him.
Nah, I'm over that feeling now.
You didn't do anything wrong to him. What did you do to him? You yelled at him. You always yell at him. Think he might.
We're broke up forever. Me and Mark are broke up forever.
Think he might. Well, then you brought it up. I'm just saying. I think.
Stop trying to push it on me, Bobby.
You brought it up. I don't think it's a good idea anyway. I got to be honest with you. I'm not pushing shit on you. I don't think it's a good idea.
Because you'll just annoy me. You'll get bored, and then I'll lose it, and then fucking.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen all over again. So you know.
You're like, what? What? I was doing my homework. I wasn't doing anything. I was dreaming of cock.
He's got a girl now. He's come over to the other side. Dabbled in the snatch.
I told him if he fucking got his finger in a pussy, he'd forget about fucking giving head.
Oh yeah, he's over that shit now. Hands down.
I think he thought he was bisexual because he let one of his friends give him a hand job or something. He was confused.
It's
assume them British guys do anyway.
Well, it's the labels, Joe. Just because you know what I'm calling them now. I'm calling them bro jobs. Doesn't have to be gay. As long as there's no chicks around, it's an alternative. You gotta, listen. Somebody's mouth is better than your own. Somebody's hand is better than your own hand. You're overthinking it just because it happens to be some hairy dudes.
I don't know, but I can run a batch off myself pretty quick.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't want no fucking nasty man hand on me.
And I can't see why I would ever have to do anything any different.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't know because we're not like. There's got to be a reason why them dudes turn gay in prison.
Because they are gay.
Did you think they already were all along, and then just, or do you really like? I honestly think it's the lack of.
Okay, Bobby. I can honestly tell that you want to talk about your homosexual.
I'm not homosexual. I'm just curious about other homosexuals. I
just remember before you were gonna you almost told us about your homosexual experiences in jail.
I almost told you about in jail. I had no. Listen. First off, I was never in jail that long. The longest I did was 17 days, and that was like nothing. I didn't even jerk off the whole time. There's nothing.
Bobby.
I didn't. There's no need to. You don't think about that in there. That's why That's why I'm curious about the prison thing. Like I wonder what changes. This was county. This was like county jail almost. It wasn't prison. Nobody was like trying to touch my junk or nothing, or even look at it. Like I said before, what I used to do in the prison shower, in the jail shower, is we're about to get cut off. But I would lather myself up
so they wouldn't see me just because I didn't want people to see how small my junk was. And I'd lather my body up with soap and cover my junk.
I love that story.
So we're out of here. We're out of here, everybody. Thanks for listening. I want to thank everybody for Joe Seeker, of course, for bringing the gold, and anybody else who may have contributed that I've forgotten. And we'll talk to you tomorrow, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Probably. All right. See you.